as a competitor for international events going into Toronto, and not like what happened in Toronto.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think that you can blame people for having that image and expecting little because of what happened. But at the end of the day, when it comes to champs, it's all about peaking at the right moment. And right now, MIBR are peaking.
And we've seen that all throughout the course of champs history, right? With so many teams having some incredible runs at this very event. And you know what? MIBR could very well be finding that secret sauce. All right, Kukuka, what we have? What do we have first?
Favorite for me has to be the fact that we have 2 Spanish orgs here in playoffs, of course. Siempre me lo traigo pa casa. But I am extremely happy because for Giant X, I think they will continue this tournament as the underdogs. But time after time, they're close to winning against PRX. We also need to think about Heretics. Maybe we were speaking about how MIBR didn't even make it to playoffs or qualified to be here. Heretics had to be watching from our venue to confirm that they were even coming here. 2-0 close for them. So it's good to see that there's some answers to the questions that we had. Because after the playoffs, at least in EMEA, we were like, okay, FNATIC bombed out. What in the hell happened to Heretics? What can we expect coming onto champs? Well, what we can expect is 3 out of the 4.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, for sure.
If GX can make it to the final arena, I think flights and trains from Spain to here might be the most sold out they've ever been, because the Spanish fans go crazy. They also travel well, and it would be so insane, considering how, honestly, horrible GX's year started, to see them even in this top 8 playing so well.
And also for Giant X as an organization, like Giants was one of the oldest orgs. Like I remember, like even when I was starting to get into
Giants
like, oh,
in Call of Duty back in like 2016 or something.
They've been around forever. They were in like league before it was a natural tournament. Like so many things. So seeing them coming here and achieving this means so much for the Spanish team.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. You know, of course, shout out to the Spanish team. They were great to us when we went out to Madrid, and it was a super fun time. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll have to go back. We'll have to go back.
Listen, I ain't complaining.
Hello.
You know what, since I wasn't here, but I do have a favorite moment of mine.
Please.
I actually, this moment in particular is Forsaken.
Hello, everybody.
Love PRX. Big fan of Forsaken, obviously.
Apa kabar?
But the thing that blew my mind about this particular play was how my guy just looked like an
Suara aku hilang lagi. Keren banget. Dani sakit, gak hilang-hilang. Udah seminggu.
And granted, no one was moving,
but
it was still just like so fast. You blink and you miss it. And what was notable about this one and why I wanted to make this one my pick,
sembuh-sembuh, bos.
because I saw this
Heran, bos.
butt crack early morning, and I yelled out loud. And my wife was sleeping, and let me tell you, she is not a Forsaken fan. But
let me tell you, you need to take a look at this.
she's like lying in bed, and it's like that meme. The guy's like, "You want to know why this was a great play?" Because, and she was like, "Dog, I'm trying to sleep." So
that's very funny.
Yeah, so that was an incredible play, but great moments across the board here. But guys, look, the group stage blew up everyone's pick'ems. Okay, but maybe playoffs are your chance for redemption. So don't forget to fill out your bracket in game. And if you do it well, maybe you might get that mullet that I wore in the video. Now, speaking of which, let's check in on
Cara
the
pick-up gimana sih?
leaders and see which community really knows their VCT. I think, like, actually, I was reading it there. Did we pass by it just now? I don't know.
Yeah, we did, but I don't know.
Fly it again.
Let's see it again.
Make pick.
Let's see it again. What we got?
Okay.
FNATIC
lawan DRX.
All right, let's go, TCK.
It's actually going big right now with both TCK and Sassy, but Spain right behind Bea with Mixwell there.
We're not doing bad. We're not doing bad. I like that one. Yo, Beyaz, come on, Beyaz. I think he just became a father. Congratulations on that one.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Congrats. 10's
We'll see.
If he doesn't win this one, he's already
Mesti
won.
dukung PRX pokoknya.
On that one, we'll see what happens there. Of course, don't forget fill out
Gue
your
PRX terus dah gue ya.
Now that we gotten that out of the way and we're down to our final
TH, gue sih dukung TH sih. TH bagus banget. LRG lawan GX.
Power rankings.
Kemarin GX mainnya bagus banget lagi.
Alright, Mimi.
Tapi gue pilih DRG. Gue pilih TH. PRX.
I think it's going to be really
FNATIC lawan DRX berat nih,
What I
guys.
mean is like especially with what we're saying about the level that we expect from you today. In your ranking, are we going to see? What we expect, like, is PRX our? Okay.
This is our rank. And I'm going to start like this.
Gue pengen DRX, tapi gue merasa DRX
I do not
bakal flop gitu.
PRX are top 2. What team do you think is doing playing better than them? If you want to dislodge one of those teams.
Like, I like it, but this is what I mean. Like, I want to throw at least one.
MIBR lawan GX, gue pilih GX sih.
Because I think that's where there's room that's open, you know? You could go for a FNATIC, you could go for a...
Oh.
You see what I'm doing here?
I don't know if I'm quite as sold on their group stage as FNATIC's, but
I know.
I do like the team. I think there's a lot of room.
But especially with the bracket that they have.
Sorry deh, gue pilih FNATIC deh.
Okay, but I want power.
Oke, DRX lawan G2.
Okay.
Aduh, G2 juga bagus lagi mainnya guys ya.
Number 8.
Tapi gue pilih DRX deh.
Do we still think that Giant X because of meta read and experience?
ARGB lawan DRX. Oh, dari berat lagi, Cak.
We put them at the bottom. I think that
I would say they are probably with some of the low.
Gue bakal pilih FNATIC.
Let's put them there and then keep going.
Gue bakal pilih DRX. Jadi FNATIC lawan DRX di sini ya. Aduh, pusing kepala gue, cowok.
But I also think they're still kind of just peaking right now. I think I've seen a little more depth in some of the other teams. I'm willing to put them lower here as well.
Okay.
As a bit of an underdog.
Gue juga lagi. Gue juga 2 kali ketemu nih DRX sama FNATIC. Oke, gini aja ya. Ini akan menjadi era comeback. DRX ketemu FNATIC dikalahin, di bawah DRX menang. Terus gue bakal pilih DRX.
Here's the thing.
But that was also a group stage.
Yeah.
What form do we see them in going in? And I really think that DRX showed some of the best form. I think our 2 matches today are going to be the most competitive. And I strongly believe the winner of this tournament will come from the top side of that bracket. I would almost argue to just full load the top side.
Wait. I think that,
Oh, kalian bisa ikutan, guys.
I know that we
Bisa ikutan sama gue.
NRG like
Okay, where's NRG?
I think energy is a solid 6.
Minimum 5th. Well, that.
No, I think
Anjir,
energy 6.
benernya dikit banget, bro.
Okay, I might set up for that one. I might set up for that one.
Energy looks
so
good.
Yeah.
But the problem is that 4, 5,
benernya
6
dikit
is
banget
really
gua.
a crapshoot.
This is so mild.
Okay, let me argue it like this. In my opinion, I think this is a clear top 2. PRX G2. I think that's like you lock that 1 and 2. I think 3, 4, 5, 6, in my opinion, is pretty interchangeable.
It's the most difficult.
I would say FNATIC rises above that, but I do.
Gimana cara pick up ya? Ketik aja pick up Valorant pasti ya di Google.
I like it. Yeah, I see where we're going. Yeah. I like it. And also
Semoga bener dah gue dah. Sulit, bro. Ini ada yang
experience and longevity. We give it to FNATIC, but any of the other 3 could.
Gue mau lihat leaderboard dong.
One thing we've done here is DRX.
Yeah.
Because they looked amazing in the group stage and I love their meta read. They still have
Akita 152 gila. Iya, Aska Afina welcome to Definition Silver.
He's a bit high, maybe a little spicy.
Buset, jago banget coy.
But of course, you know what? There's still plenty of
jago amat ini
play,
perfect.
And you may top 8 a champs. So,
oh my god.
Regardless of the fact that these are the top 8 teams in the world, right? Now, speaking of one of the top teams, you got PRX.
Jeez.
They've actually been perfecting their smack
jago
talk
banget anjir. Ngeri, bro.
Welcome to the latest edition of Smack Talk Seminar, but we're going to do it in French today, which only seems fitting because we are in France. Now, fellas,
poin lu udah lebih tinggi daripada TMV si analis.
A semester of French
TMV si analis sih. Poinnya hostnya 72 nih.
There's a difference between poison and fish. That's about as much as French as I know.
Anjir, 156 PTL tuh.
Bonjour.
TMV si analis siapa?
Great.
Lah ini ngulang lagi.
On this, it's gonna be great. Alex,
ini ngulang lagi interviewnya dok kayak waktu itu.
Fluent, right?
Not at all. I mean, you've taken more classes than me. I've never taken a class in French in my life.
Perfect. So, this is the blind leading the blind. And we might have a few issues here. All right. So I got a couple of phrases that I want you to teach us how to say. I want us to learn how to do a little French trash talk.
Jago-jago banget bro, orang-orang bro. Ujuk deh bro.
Say is sit back down.
That means assis-toi.
There, no shot.
Assis-toi. No, you have to roll the R a little bit. Like, assis-toi.
You're not rolling your R. Where?
Assis-toi. Okay, it's not really rolled, but it's like it's a bit nasal.
Assis-toi. I'm like gargling.
It's a little bit nasal. Like it's at the back of the nose, I think. Assis-toi.
Assis-toi.
Okay, look.
Buset.
No, that was bad.
Totally clear. I don't even know if this trash talk
ada yang
right.
perfect gak sih?
I've never trash talk anyone in French.
Gue penasaran.
But do we sound good? I feel like we sound good.
Assis-toi.
Kalau ada yang perfect sih kecit sih anjir.
If I do the assis-toi. Yeah? You believe me? Yeah. Nice. All right, let's do the next one. No, I don't want. No, I don't want to do that. Learn to aim.
Learn to aim. Apprendre à viser. How do I say this without? I need to know how to say it like aggressively. I don't know.
You said it pretty aggressive.
Oh, TND 8 Dragon 156. God damn.
Alright, my bad. I messed up.
Jadi kalau ada yang perfect jago banget, Cok.
You guys,
He should be telling us that.
Not bad.
How to say? You guys.
Upon that. Oh, you guys.
Who?
No, who is you? So like. I can't say it.
We can't ask questions other
Wrong
than
teacher,
what's on
wrong
this card.
teacher.
Yeah, he's the wrong one. Alright, say that for me one more time.
Translating is hard.
Okay.
Oh, gak ada yang perfect.
Upon a
Bagus lah.
vision.
Ya orang aja kecit aja.
Upon a vision.
Upon a vision.
Perfect. Cuma salah di antara Sentinel sama XLG doang.
I'm like trying
Gila. Bisa orang kayak gini gak sih?
And he'd do it back here and it sounds
God.
really good. Yeah. You ever heard of Tour de Force?
No?
Like, and it just sounds incredible.
Jago banget, gila. Orang-orang kacau.
Alright, next one. No skill, which is us.
This one, I don't actually know what this is.
No, like this, Alex.
I've never seen this word
Like
in my
this.
life.
Zero player.
You try first.
Dapat apa ini? 100% perfect.
I think it's Okun skill.
Goat body.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with I'm gonna go with Alex on this one.
I've never seen this word in my life.
Ya Allah, gue top 77% aja.
Akun skill.
Akun skill.
Global rank gue 100.704. Oh my god.
This is terrible, man. I don't know what we're doing.
We probably should have checked Alex's French skills before.
Guys, join pick'em gue guys.
Before we did this one. But you know what?
I think Lemek is.
Kita ngadu guys di pick'em gue guys.
Upon the visa Lemek.
Upon official Lemek.
I think I'm right.
Dude, you're killing this. I'm like genuinely.
Malam
I'm
Renol.
not even gonna try it. One more time. That's gonna do it for this edition of
Kok gue pengen revisi ya? FNATIC lawan DRX sih FNATIC. DRX soal gitu, gue bikin PRX. Bodo amat PRX bias. NRG, TH lawan NRG gue pilih TH. PRX, PRX lawan G2.
That's my takeaway from it. That was my takeaway.
PRX lawan G2 ya. Wait, gue pilih G2 aja deh. DRX kayaknya kalah guys, gak tau kenapa guys, feeling gue guys. MIBR lawan JX, gue pilih JX. FNATIC NRG lawan G2 NRG. FNATIC lawan NRG, FNATIC. TH lawan FNATIC.
Toronto, of course, was such a statement for PRX finally winning that trophy.
FNATIC.
And for G2, it just sparked a lot of questions. We heard it also from Valen himself, how tough that tournament was and how hard the losses have weighed on their heads. But as you're saying, is the form that we see in champs equivalent for PRX? They are one of their best moments, if not their best moment. But you could argue exactly the same for G2, maybe.
I think it's so interesting.
Oh, G2 di atas PRX lagi naik ya?
G2 both dominant in their respective regions this year, but
udah kayak final ini aja.
Higher expectations after having won in Toronto, G2 going out much earlier than they would have historically before that game at Toronto, and it was G2 who was winning this match, right? We used to kind of push the narrative that they've got this stuffy.
I wonder how that happened.
How did he get a hold of it?
Oh, he's a sad face now. Oh, I understand what he's doing.
What is his name again? Is it Bok?
Lah, Mini.
They multiply.
Lah, ada Alex sama Mini, guys.
It's like a tribble.
Next to Alex, what is this timeline?
Oh my god, itu Mini ya?
I know, right? That is a little bizarre. It's taking me.
Mini sebelah Alex, bro. What the
heck? Also weird team, baby. Coach Josh RT as well. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and hear some wisdom.
Jadi asisten coach, bro. Mini, bro.
Player moment from one other G2's lead.
Biar final kayak Toronto, iya. Jadi asisten coach apa coach dia?
I mean, they didn't really change too much.
Jadi cuma bayaran apa permanen anjir?
They're double duelists, which plays to their strengths.
Serius lu jadi permanen?
Nothing was really curveball-y. It felt like we were in control most of the game.
Anjir.
And I mean, the scoreline kind of
udah resmi. Serius. Kalau di checklist klik apa? Udah sih ya kalau di checklist ya udah. Udah beres.
Yeah, it just feels good to be in playoffs.
Nah, gini aja. Tidak tahu Renol, internet kamu kali. Gantiin main freak jadi bintang tamu. Yang bener anjir. Anjir kalau Midi jadi asisten coach sih gigi bro.
Making it top 8 in champs and we bombed out. So it's more so now just proving to ourselves and getting to that final, stage and making it to the top 4, making it to the top 3.
Has called for help.
Just like one step at a time and just
anjir, Midi beneran, Cok.
There's technically more bright lights.
What the fuck?
It's playoffs now. But
anjir,
we should still just play our own game and play how we know and play, the best Valorant that we know.
Now, look, guys, it's been rough out there for G2 on Corrode specifically, but they did score a massive win against T1. And I guess the question that we want to know is,
gue nggak tahu Mini join PRX atau cuma bintang tamu doang. Cek VLR aja bang. Coba ya.
I think even if it's not quite top level yet, they've proved that they can play Corrode, which I think is enough of a threat. G2 is a team that likes to be able to save their band.
Masih belum ada Mini sih guys.
And I think that's something that's very valuable against the PRX.
Belum ada Mini. Kayaknya belum resmi sih. Belum, pasti belum resmi. Kayak kalau mereka menang mungkin jadi resmi kali. Ya gak ada.
But then they just copy-pasted their Lotus comp onto Corrode when they played T1, and it looked so much better. I think Trent on the Teo looked super comfortable. They were very well set up for Jaw to take early space and then reset into later rounds. It lets Leaf actually lurk on that Viper. It was a much, much better look at this map that I think builds confidence for future games.
Ini tuh namanya siapa sih?
We heard just Leaf saying something that many players
say. Kok di FNATIC dia gak ada ya?
For G2, playing their game includes this kind of like the double initiator, running with the Tejo. And I actually wanted to take a look at some of the things that we saw on Corrode that I think we can see in different departments, because it is so important coming into today that if you have gone for this identity, if you think that this is what's going to suit you better, is going to be ready to take on the rest of the teams that are playing such different compositions. And for that reason,
dibayar buat jadi analis kayaknya gitu deh.
Take a look and see if there was any differences or similarities to the way that they were playing this Corrode. It's just a couple of like very small things, because I like the way that they combine everything once the round starts, right? So a few seconds into the round,
Jacob Harris namanya bro, Jacob Harris.
Onto mid and a prowler being used, okay?
Status
active.
And
they do, G2 does something that they do like to do a lot, and is after clearing and using a little bit of that utility, Joe is going to throw his TP and probably see from there. And speaking about seeing, they do spot Meteor here, and I love the kind of things that you can do with this combos. You see the C's
Coach
coming in.
of the year.
Look at where Trent is playing. There's a salvo already coming and the flash. So, and Jogamo, just in case you think you can escape this Meteor, there is no way he makes it out alive of there. But it's not only that this is happening. Take a look at what
Gila, ini ngeri banget bro, combo Mini sama Alex bro.
The drone is being pushed. And
Sumpah.
the situation that they put T1
ngeri banget.
is that right now, you know that Jog is here because he's shot. So you've lost control of all of this. There's a smoke being put here, the pressure coming in from G2. Now you have to literally leave the site because you don't know what else is coming from mid. And they force T1 to be aggressive. They managed to get one kill, and Trent is going to end up clearing this out. I love putting the enemy in this kind of situations. But I'm like, hold on a second, like I do see this all the time, and I wanted to take a look at another composition that they use, well, the same one, on well, slightly different, on Abyss, because it's another one of the maps that now are back, and I wanted to, I found this round that is very similar, right? So they're in their bonus, Nick is using his drone to clear mid, and probably spot.
Gue belum pilih pemenangnya kemarin ya, astaga, sorry guys. Yang MIBR gue belum selesai deh, kocak.
So there's a smoke that's going to be coming in from Valen, and at the same time, we can see Trent using his drone, clearing out mid, and Jogamo throwing his TP. Now, Nick is hearing all of this, right? He's being pushed with the drone. He tries to recon.
Itu betting 3 hari lalu belum gue selesain, astaga.
Fakes his gate crash. So they do not know, they do not have a way of knowing just because of that smoke, and especially the way that he used the recon into the smoke. They do not have a way of knowing where Joe stands right now. So G2 takes this moment and just goes over through main. Look at the way that their opponents, the DRG, are moving. All of this is
betting PRX sudah dipilih guys.
And even when G2 go onto the site, look at where they're looking. They still don't know. They cannot know for sure where Jogamo is. Clear and execute. These are the kind of reasons why we understand. Not only that, with Jonah P playing on the sofa, they still had the drone to go in. So it's this kind of situations that, to me, make the difference and make us understand why G2 chooses to go for all of this.
When Teo was OP, everyone fixated on the missiles because they were super strong. But I think what was underrated was that he has the best drone in the game, and he gives such clear answers to mid control on a map like Corrode, where that's hard to do when you play this Yoru comp instead of the Neon.
Yeah, as always, G2 always finding ways to really get the better of their opponents there. The bunny got hit for a minute, so you got to help the bunny. All right, well, look, guys, Jen had an opportunity to catch up with the Captain Valen earlier today. Let's see what he had to say ahead of day one here at Playoffs.
Hey guys, Jen here with Valen of G2.
Yeah.
Hello, Valen. Clearly, you don't waste your pain, right? We got to see how much you were able to grow from losing that trophy in Masters Bangkok. And now today, it's time to rewrite what happened in Masters Toronto. So if you beat PRX today, how much of an impact do you think it's going to have on your run here in Champions Paris?
As of right now, every game is just one step closer to the trophy. We're not really.
Ini BO5 kakak doh. BO3 guys. BO5 banyak amat.
Everything is just confidence, and winning this game would mean a lot for the boys confidence-wise to go and lift that trophy eventually. But yeah, it's just one step at a time right now. They're a great team, and so if we can prove that we can beat some of the strongest aimers in the world, then we can beat anybody. So it's gonna be a great match.
Can't wait to see it. Good luck.
Couldn't agree more there with Valen. Now, of course, both of these teams are at the top of their game.
Raging IGL.
Strong leaders that are heading up the charge here. You got
Pas DRX sama FNATIC pakai bajunya sebelah-sebelah beda-beda, kayak gitu dong. Kayak gue bilang, gantian. Patch 1 DRX, patch 2 FNATIC, patch 3 tergantung donasi nanti. Ya. Kalau ada match 3 ya.
We've seen a further evolution from Valen in the
Malam
latter half
Mojo.
of the 25 season, where he's started to talk a lot
Berat nih PRX lawan G2 anjir. Masalahnya sama-sama nomor 1 bro. G2 America Stage nomor 1, PRX Pacific Stage nomor 1. Berat pisan,
Stage 2 for Valen that he's only
udah kayak final
When I say that I expect great things from this match is because both of these teams are in the best form that they've ever been, and a lot has to go through Valen. How vocal he's been about everything, how
udah cuci semua kan jersinya. Ini belum gue cuci. Belum gue cuci nih. So yang lain udah di doang.
I think that this is a little bit on PRX to lose.
3 jersey banget malam ini parah bro.
Pressured because G2 is coming on a rampage right now.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with that one. And look, we've been talking about a lot.
Kalau playoff main BO5 enggak bro.
Way to kick off the playoffs, right? We got
masalahnya kalau Mobile Legends kan satu match 20 menit 30 menit selesai. Kecuali sengit banget gitu. Kalau ini kalau sengit bisa 1 jaman anjir. Pillow, welcome back to Definition Silver Pillow.
More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. Let us know. Scan that QR code. Is the winner of PRX versus G2 the favorite to win Valorant Champions Paris? Let us know. Of course, got a lot of other options as well, but for now, we'll focus on PRX.
Iri dengki.
Let us know what you think will, of course, feature your stuff.
Jersinya yang win rate salah ke jersey lainnya. Waduh, jangan dong.
Speaking of PRX and all that good stuff, we got something standing by with Jen Lee. He had a few things that he wanted to share about this matchup, and of course, let's see what he had to say.
Jen here with PRX's Something. Now, Something, the team has a great momentum going on. You guys have every right to be fearless, confident, and super aggressive. But how do you keep yourself in check when you know you have a huge target on your back? Especially today with G2 eager to beat you.
I mean, they're a good team. We're also in the greatest form, I will say, as a PRX. So it's up to Bok how we're gonna play today.
Okay, up to Bok. Yeah. Wait, what does that even? What? What? But you gave him away.
It's okay.
Dude,
that's how Bok is.
Those are here.
That's how Bok got there.
I want one too. But Bok better not be any strats. Loose lips sink ships, Bok.
What is?
So sealed.
Itu interview apa bro?
All right, guys. Well, let's talk about some of these players.
Kenapa lu jelatan lu? Kenapa lu benci sama Valin lu? Gara-gara eliminate T1 ya?
Popping off this event, and then on the PRX side, you have Something who's
also
been popping off this event. How do we see this one going down? Because
ini bakal pecah sih.
players are playing out of their minds right now.
By the way, gue sekali sekalian kasih tahu ya teman-teman ya. Gua nggak bakal nonton sampai habis. Jadi kecuali 2020, kalau sampai PRX sama Jito aja 21, itu artinya gua nggak bakalan nonton FNATIC lawan DRX sampai habis. Jadi gua masih harus bobo, biasanya bobo.
If PRX can win this tournament, I think they'll prove that fact. But Bea, he's up against a Jaw who, well, has been more
suara gue makin parah tau gak sih? Gue besok bakal ke dokter minta antibiotik dah. Capek gue, sakit gak sembuh-sembuh, gila lama banget. Gue aja
you're talking about playing something different. We saw Jogamo also playing on different duelists. I think that something is very similar to Forsaken. I think that we forget a little bit just because Forsaken is always out there. But he's been playing a lot of different things. He's playing the operator from the weirdest agent that you can think of, and he's always performed. So what happens when you give someone that can perform on any agent a little bit more time to just focus on one? He becomes absolutely insane. But I agree with you, Mimi. The Jogamo that we're seeing at Champs is a Jogamo that is able to lift trophies.
Yeah, and hey, that guy actually did lift a trophy one time, so they're probably looking to do the same thing again here. Now it's time for the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you beautiful people if you think that the winner of PRX versus G2 will be the favorites to win the whole thing, and survey says yes. Not a shocker.
I mean, I agree with the people. These are two teams who have been to finals this year for G2, who have won a trophy for PRX, who have both been incredibly dominant in their two respective regions and are also in great form here in France.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's understandable. I think that the storylines and the evolution that we're seeing might let you think to that, but I'm always down for a surprise, so I'm part of
no. No, part of a no.
Okay, but do you think no, they won't be a favorite, or no, you don't think they'll win? Because I think they will be a favorite in the eyes.
Listen, I just don't want to have my expectations crushed because, as I say, I expect the best Valorant of 2025 to just happen right now, and if I don't see it, to me, they're not the favorites.
Wow. Okay. I mean, hey, that's bold, but when you look at the caliber of the players on these two teams, it goes without saying, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I think that is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I hope that we do not see a lot of nerfs, but just thinking about everything that went into this match, the fact that maybe
radang atau gimana?
To me, it goes back.
Kayaknya radang sih ya.
It's all cooking here, folks.
Gue juga nggak ngerti.
We got 8 teams that are remaining in this one, but only the best will survive the Champions Gauntlet. And of course, we want to know if Paris is ready. We know we're ready, so let's go ahead and get this show
batuk pilek aja guys, tapi bintang gue nggak hilang-hilang. Udah lebih dari seminggu udah. Bukan ada suntik vitamin, belum suntik vitamin gue. Kayak besok mau minta antibiotik aja lah. Dikira mau kasih tahu kalau Pers ada promo payday. Iya lagi, gue pengen live streaming, cuma suara gue tidak mensupport. Gue kayak aduh. Gue pengen live Shopee tadi. Proses gue kalau belum batuk bisa, kalau belum batuk kalau udah batuk udah gak ngaruh proses. Mau ngapain tadi ya? Oh, ngecek Shopee. Perks payday. Payday.
To get to playoffs at an event, it's not easy, and it shouldn't be easy. There should be big hurdles you have to face.
Payday.
You have to climb over.
Flipper, mumpung udah gajian kan kalian kan? Kalian udah gajian belum?
I've made it to the playoffs of every champions. Playoffs don't start when the bracket drops. They start when we walk in.
Anjir, murah banget, Cok. Ujung. 우셋!
사실상 이제 저희 다음 상대 팀들이 모두 강력한 팀인데 그래도 그 강력한 팀 중에서도 강력해야 저희가 좀 더 좋은 경기를 만들 수 있을 것 같습니다. 저는
kata gue sih beli, guys.
상대로 만나고 싶지 않습니다.
When we started this tournament, it was 6
murah banget,
to lift the trophy.
Bro.
Now it's down
Look
to 4.
at this.
To any team that we play, there's a number to me, a number we're going to break through.
시합 방 FNATIC.
할 만한 팀으로 생각을 할 것 같아요. 저희가 결코 약하지 않다는 것을 보여드리겠습니다.
When I was in the evil era, people doubted me, people hated me, people didn't believe in me.
Another chance for Jay, it's all over!
Trophy in front of all of them. PRX. We took that trophy away from them. We saw the tears and the sadness throughout them. But lifting up that trophy meant everything. If I was to win World Champ 2 times, I would build a legacy for myself. I'll build a storyline around G2. And that's what I'm here for.
Siap Bang Joe.
After all the second place and third place that we had, somehow in Toronto we did it.
PRX, your Masters Toronto champions!
We show the world that we can win, you know.
Ajay.
Since the beginning, we still can be even better than the last tournament that we played, and we're still hungry to win.
We've been through the worst of the worst in terms of feelings that a competitor can really have. And we've also been through some of the best feelings that a competitor can have.
And now the winners of America's Total for 2025.
I think it just makes us more resilient. For those who thought we wouldn't be here, keep doubting.
Siap.
Got us.
Anjay.
Be ready.
Keren lagi.
I don't think any of you know what we're gonna do next. W train is coming. Choo-choo.
What the fuck? Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Yes. Cuma 103, nih pas dibuka 127.000 bro. Terus ini 140 pas dibuka 143.000 bro. Nih kemeja 207 pas dibuka 199 bro, gak nyampe 200. Hot bag 311 pas dibuka 303.000 coy. Beli gak sih guys? Gas gak sih guys? Gokil guys.
And here we go. You couldn't have asked for a better way to kick off playoffs than with G2 Esports taking on PRX. Your Toronto finals running back, not in a winter final, not in a lower final. It's just at the start of playoffs. That's insane, Mimi.
It is crazy. The team that won that tournament against the one who nearly won in Bangkok to start it off. And looking at the veto, it's interesting.
Lotus Corrode Ascent.
G2 pick Corrode, yeah? Which means Corrode stays open, and they're the ones picking it.
Okay. But of course, how could they not? To me, coming into today and coming into this map veto, it was PRX, pick your poison. It's either going to be a best or it's going to be Corrode. G2 spot the floor there. And the fact is, we have never seen PRX playing this Corrode. So
mungkin gajian kali ya, gas.
Different interpretations. G2 are the only ones running the deco in a bunch of maps, Corrode being one of them. But I feel like every single team has
Asik Bang Jason.
and a lot of waylay.
I'm really curious if PRX might have some kind of sage look on that map. They favored the agent. I really like the way they play it on Sunset.
Minimal 100 betting ya, yes.
On Corrode, but really it could be any comp. It could be a double duelist look. It could be something.
Kenapa di Ascent? Tenang guys, 2-0 ini. Relax. Prediksi aku siapapun yang menang di map 1 menang 2-0. Aman aja guys. Relax. Anjay Bang Mini. Keren kau Bang Mini. Bang Mini dengan notes-nya. Matilah kamu. Gitu. Coach the best team. Pemenang champions ada di pihak PRX sekarang. Mati kau. Siapa yang kau punya? Hah?
And I think that they have to take a lot of learnings from that. On the side of PRX, the same. Of course, the moment that they knew that they were playing against G2, I love the fact that we had a break before.
Aku udah gak punya dempul lagi bang. Saatnya beli barang perks Jocelyn biar bisa dapat dempul. Bisa nggak PRX pick Corrode? Ghost. Ya itu kan ada Corrode juga.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
Bang,
one thing is for sure, this is going to be an incredible game, but just because of the fact that both teams are really hitting at an all-time high. But I will say, to kind of bring back to that Corrode conversation real fast,
Filipina apa Vietnam sih dia lupa gue. XLG Heavyweight sekarang udah resmi jadi ayah. Buset. Udah punya anak dia. Gokil.
The thing is that, at least in my head, it's PRX. They're going to play something that you probably do not expect, and the worst thing is that they're going to be good at it.
PRX cheating kali hire Mini bejir. Let's go guys.
This is a game with expectations of finals, of tournament winning caliber.
Oh yeah.
But the history goes deeper. The first time G2, back then the Guard ever attended an event as young rookies, it was 3 years ago. They played into a PRX then, who sent them to the lower bracket, and they went home the next game. It's a very different time now. And looking at the agent select, there's no surprises. PRX back to the Raze Yoru, G2 back to
double duelist.
Yeah, I want to see if
double
we're going to see
controller. Kagak ada Sentinel aja.
Gitu.
Ada Viper. Sentinelnya Viper.
From the defense, I would love to see some operator. To me, something hits different with it. So it's another head-to-head that I really want to see.
66,7.
Tends to be a lot better on their defense side, but
sama gini mampu gini anjir.
Set ideas they have on pistol rounds, and once we get into the gun rounds, how they're playing around Leaf's lurks. I think the amount of value he can get on the lurk impacts the way Valen can call this map a huge amount. So if PRX are effective in flushing him, that's a big win condition on their defense.
But I was gonna say, if PRX can flush him out, and you know they're gonna be looking for him out there, man. All right, folks, here we go. The question is, can G2 derail PRX's choo-choo train? Or will W Gaming send Valen and company down to the lowers for the second event running? Bren, Sideshow, the floor is yours.
And honestly, what a match to open our playoffs here. You have two juggernauts of their respected regions, the best of Pacific versus the best of Americas, clashing here today for our opening. It's bound to be fantastic. It's destined to be fantastic, genuinely. And we are hoping to see the very best brought out of either of these teams.
80%. Pistol round win rate. Gokil. Ayo bikin jadi 85% yuk.
Stealing it away from PRX. And PRX being able to take a bunch that G2 were fighting over. PRX looked to fight over A-Rubble at the start of this round, but they've been locked out.
Waduh, PRX semuanya ngumpul.
Immediately going for that B plan, and Giacomo slipping through into the net and into the back line of the enemy team.
What a nice round here from G2 so far.
We're already seeing Util going to be used in spades on either side with that paranoia. Trying to flush out the remaining players. PRX trying to get themselves in, but this is ingrained positions. Look at this, flipping the map ever so slightly. Salvos off of the first tap.
Jorg is rewrapping Heaven.
Could be that backstab that's sorely needed. PRX are just
waduh
coming out with order preparation right now. Wonderful look here for the pistol round, but they're not done just yet. But that second round of salvos denies it all.
Wow, win rate turun guys.
And that's a first opening pistol round going away at G2.
That was so fast from G2. You expect PRX to be the team making decisions quicker in this game, really. And they weren't at all on this pistol. Maybe part of that is because of the amount of prep that G2 have put in. They knew exactly what they wanted to do.
Bukan Tejo.
But they were instantly into B, immediately re-pushing. Jorg wrapping around.
Let's go.
Easy pistol. Easy. It was. And now G2 have set themselves up quite nicely.
Something keculik sih, coba something gak keculik tuh. Bisa menang tuh tadi tuh. Gara-gara something mati pertama aja. Susah dia nge-flank soalnya.
Trap play potential there for it. Players are lying in wait. Flash triggered. Bit of a peek around the corner.
Nice banget. Nice banget. Dapat senjata. Oh, 4 seconds sudah terjebak, Bung. Jonah terdrifty adik-adik.
At least their concern, I think, right now for G2. Hurting bad. How the hell do you get past this as well?
Wajir, cenayang. Wow.
Here's it. Scuttling in the sand, takes it with a no-scope, picks up the upgrade. PRX could still be deadly in this spot though. Snakebite ricocheting back to try and pull them back out. What a face from them. And now, surely the cherry on top. Leaf just dropped down to that 30 HP. He's got to do it now with just that. Outlaw missing the first shot. Anticipating the re-swing, 35 seconds left.
I think this is the only gun that Leaf could have a chance with.
It's an awkward engagement, but he's got to be so damn sharp. Magnetic onto their heads, picks up the rifle.
Oh, thrifty boy!
It's all PRX. Have they done that?
Buset, 6 hara welcome back dari finishing silver. Ngeri banget, bro. Aku tahu cuma Surti dan Tejo, capek.
Obviously the trap play is really nice. You've got the Vice Flash comboed with the
nice banget. Itu nice flash dari Bang Jason.
People ready for it. They had a few people behind Mount, but all of those players got hit with the paranoia coming out from Forsaken.
Beautiful.
That's incredible. As you see a beautiful prep round from G2.
Sumpah ini udah kayak final, guys. Real dah.
Fight in an unexpected spot, and as soon as G2 are away from the theory, they collapsed.
Yeah. One of the reasons we're so excited for this matchup, I think, is because it does have that stylistic twist to it, those differences. A question of can G2 keep up with the pace that
playoff rasa final kan?
Can you keep up with the trap plays, the raw mechanical skill? But they have so much trust in their aim that they can just pull off some ridiculous stuff like we just watched.
And PRX are so happy to challenge you on unexpected timings.
Yeah, for sure.
And take risks, right? It's all about those calculated
Final
risks.
kepagian.
Risks that become a lot less risky when you have players as good as PRX does. Don't be doing the stuff that they're up to in your ranked games, because you don't got it like that.
You're not them.
No, you are not him.
Buset, what are you doing, Davai?
It's quite poetic as well that we open up on Lotus here last two times. The last time that these two teams faced off, Lotus was the finisher. PRX got the win against G2.
Oh, nice Jing.
Should be a
Jing mati, kena blindnya pas lagi lompat.
Hold on. Yeah, rifles are being acquired. The sight is theirs too.
Uh-oh.
Wrap it around from the side is something. That flank has to come to fruition.
Oh, dibokong. Apakah something berhasil ngebokong? Ya Allah, dapai. Nice something. Aduh.
Cleaned up. It's up to Leaf now in that 1v2. Knows the rough position. Something's just holding it.
Waduh. Nice, dapai. Anjir, apaan itu? Tinju air, cok.
Leaf left in a
Bandel baru itu.
scenario to the previous round. And Devai cleans it up with the Outlaw. That's the only weapon, though, that PRX will be able to carry through. They've actually upgraded it to a Phantom. So one rifle, looking to carry through into the next.
Bandel
There are going to be a
Agustus.
lot of chaotic moments like this, because that's the way that PRX play. And thriving in the chaos and keeping your guns out a lot of the time as well is one of the best ways to play against them. They're actually not even going for a bonus here. Something. Forsaken, Devai, all
Kirain tangannya kena efek CC. Iya anjir, gue juga kirainnya kenapa tangannya kok dalam air, tapi skill apa yang kayak gitu.
Let's smack heads, crack heads, let's see who wins.
Bit of presence shown early here by PRX. Just the boombot. Slow going though for G2. You can expect this from most of their rounds. Especially on the attack, they want to wait out that gate crash timing for something, knowing that he's going to be posted up. Thrown over the top. Doesn't get broken. That's no TP exit. Jorgen was forward the dimensional drift. An attempt and a chance potentially to punish. Picking out the available util. It's going to be deaded off though, so the Thorn's going to be delaying any sort of backup. Jorgen does have side control for now.
A nicely executed round. Good theory there to push Forsaken away, because he's normally so difficult to deal with. And PRX, they don't like playing set retakes, but this time forced to.
Spike planted.
Grouped up.
They are looking for a lurker. Something is hanging around quite a while.
Jonathan ini dendam guys sama gitu guys, gara-gara ngalahin T1.
Leaf's just watching the flank.
Yeah, now forced to play the retake into this one. We've already that paranoia. Satchel forge. Jing though is going to be near side into the process.
Waduh, Jing.
Into the back lines. It's dealt with instantly. And that Valin is hungry for it.
Waduh.
Carnage onto the site. Straight into the thick of things. Something wants nothing to do with it.
Really well played post plant there from G2, because I love what Forsaken was cooking in the midst of all of that. We've seen some bonkers TP plays. I'm thinking about Mako.
It's very Mako-esque, isn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But also, of course, Forsaken or even Jing, whoever's playing the Omen for PRX is going to be pulling out plays like that as well. But not quite getting the value out of it that Forsaken was looking for. He was just hoping that the rest of his team could provide a distraction. Instead, it's G2's smoke player. There's a head-to-head to keep an eye on as well. Valin versus Forsaken. A great collection onto Jing early on. I managed to pick up another couple in the round as well here.
Enemy remaining.
Yo, Forsaken, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skincare routine. Let's go.
I love your fucking skincare routine.
That sums up the series, really.
Gua pikir mau taunting.
Yeah.
Ternyata, yo, you probably try shit talking us right now, but I just want to say that I love your fucking skincare routine, bro. Dia suka skincare rutinnya Forsaken, anjing.
Incredible teams. Not finished yet, are they? Listen, damage is being done on either side. Still with that operator saved into the next. He evens it out, 4v4.
That's the only gun that they have available, though. Not that it stopped PRX from winning in round 2. They were doing that with just classics in hand.
Very aggro position that he's going to be finding himself in. Could be donating a rifle if he's unlucky in the process.
Absolutely, on an anti-eco, you don't normally take these kind of risks.
Doesn't have a gate crash down.
3, 2, 1, door.
Oh, that gamer timing. That's a lot of damage done. Jing nearly alive there. Something trying to at least punish from the sides.
Davai dapat 2, nice banget anjir.
With shots like that, and these pistols could still do that. Real damage, real quick work. Leads it down to Jorgen. 1v2, 1v2.
Oh, nice try.
Riot damage finally pays off. Red Bull clutch for Jorgen.
Sayang sekali nge-whiff something.
And you're gonna bloody get it.
Bini gue udah balik dari rumah sakit kemarin ada kunci kita syukurnya banyak terima kasih banyak Kevin. Ih mantap. Happy for you Yoga. Happy for you bro. Semoga udah fully recover ya bini lu ya. Amin.
The clone play as well stopped him from getting punished earlier on by something, and then he comes back around. Just catches the timing there to win the 1v2 towards the end. Now Leaf has picked up Something's operator, saved from the previous round, and is the player looking towards this push. Missed the shot on a Jing that was flying past him. That would have been an incredible one to land.
A tremendous amount of util though over towards A Rubble, so G2 they get the call, they get the read, so they're like, okay, we're going to speed up over towards C. The wall's going to be stopping them, and the drone. Something with a reposition. This could cook.
There's also an opportunity here to slow things down a little, and Something's going to look for that information.
Oke, rame sekali ya guys ya. Rame sekali. Dapat semua infonya. Gak guna tapi ya. Kayak mereka masih di T-base semua, ultinya agak wasted sebenarnya.
To stop any of G2's planting attempts.
There's poking and prodding on either side, isn't there, with that util sent flying forward. Still 50 seconds left.
Well, and also look how decent this holdover towards A Rubble is for PRX. They have two players posted up over here. One is the Raze with ult, so you are being driven into the B or C sites right now.
It's going to be going into C. Door opens up. Sight lines are there, but 30 seconds remaining. Jorgamo might be gearing up for a bit of a fight there. Stun still. It's going to be hitting towards the back, and the shot still distracted for a second. It's traded out evenly by Jing Devai. Still at the back, and heads are turned away from him. He combines the fight, hit the Batman. Really doing the damage. But Forsaken, the IGL, inserts himself into the conversation.
Of course he does. The Omen ultimate allowing Forsaken to get there as quickly as possible. He was the guy posted up with Jing covering over towards Rubble. Jing comes in to reinforce B, and Forsaken apparates over to the other side of the map as well. One of the biggest strengths of this PRX team on the defense side.
Nice.
Feels like you've got an idea of where they are on the map, and then suddenly they pop up completely in the other direction. Something's gone for a judge in this round. Holding up towards front B, you'd expect him to tuck behind the box.
Oh, something pakai judge.
Get in front of it a little.
All catches, you know, there's no way you're going for this.
Waduh, Forsaken mukil aja.
Okay. Again, this is an anti-eco round, one where probably you don't want to be taking too many risks. But Something pushed up forwards.
Yeah.
Patman to bait.
You're not diligent clearing that. You're going to be surprised.
Now Forsaken's used
Patman ngebait mid, tapi tidak terbait. Seperti biasa ya, mainnya sabar sekali.
No, so good luck getting out.
He's quite committed. He takes the opportunity with the attacker's Viper Wall to get out of there. So he's not as crazy as we thought.
He's going back in.
He's gone
back in, mate.
Okay, hold on.
You're back to words. He's going back in, and Levy's going to clean him up.
I take it back.
50 seconds left. This is still early days.
Bad luck itu, bad luck.
If Levy can get a bit more ground going, it might
cause
the rotations to occur over towards A.
And that's a gun down. Forsaken is always going to be going for the extra little bit. This time punished for it. Don't know why I ever believed he was backing off.
No.
This tap of the door and the fact that Forsaken's gone, pulling players defensively towards A as the hit on C comes through. Devai forced to give up space.
Yeah, Nightfall and Valentold as well clears out most of the site there. Leaf loses the fight out to Patman. Cleaned up that straggler. Devai still here. Hanging around into the sidelines. He's going to get that first connection. A bit of running gunning though is ordered up here by G2. And Jonah P, why not pull out the sidearm?
Free weapon.
Secondary is getting that job done. Finishing up here. It's 2v3. The Nightfall committed. This looks winnable for PRX. They want to send it forwards. Shots in hand. Something's gone against the Stingers, against the Rifles. Patman's left to do it all now. And a lot of damage being done in the process. Spraying them.
Low what, anjir?
Range. Patman himself very, very low. 51 health to get it done. High-low setup, G2 trying to play it with that discipline, with that diligence. Being disjointed, being picked apart. Time is running away from it right now. That wasn't a rifle he picked up, just the judge. Patman's going to get it done now. 9 bullets and time running short. Trent on high. It's a thrifty round converted. G2 not finished. Neither team wants to really give up even an advantage here.
Nice try, nice try.
Forsaken's death is massively important. even though Leaf whiffed a little bit on the lurk over towards A, it just pulled all of the players away from C, so PRX couldn't really flood in properly. I love the idea of Valen calling like a quasi-fake in this round.
Sudah kejaran gini guys, sengit guys.
They always have post-plant aggression.
Sengit,
Look how
sengit.
deep they're fighting in some of these rounds. Even when you think back to the pistol, it's a great theory to bring in the game against PRX.
I don't want to count PRX out when they've got ults in their hands. A few weakened weaponry, but a rifle into the hands that do count.
The economy's been going back and forth so heavily. I feel like we've barely seen a rifle round with both teams having full equipment.
It's not been a standard game, that's for sure.
The clone's getting a lot of value, by the way. PRX needs to start shooting that before it gets rid of Device Wall. On C, on B. Jorg has been able to bait those out fairly easily.
Big group up though by G2, looking to send it flying forwards here. Onto the C site. There's no Yuto used to push them back, so no one is home, but Leaf dropped down. That was it. The mid lurk
Thrifty pun bisa menang, cok.
Still very much winnable. Information gathered. Something going to be playing for his life in this spot. PRX still have a chance to get back in. Especially with Jing's showstopper. Door's going to be open up from behind. Steel Garden as well. Just putting the squeeze now onto these G2 players. Get the corral and cower into the corner. Put a nade at your back.
Oh, nice.
Gun forwards. Jing, watchful eye on every single extremity. Weapons finally back in action. But again, Jorgamo's got too much to do.
Flawless Thrifty.
Swarmed by PRX.
Gila.
4-4 even.
Gila, flawless Thrifty, boys.
It's a flawless and it's a thrifty. Again, the team
flawless
with no
Thrifty
is coming in here and getting the win. Second round in a row as well that Leaf has been punished on a lurk.
Bisa-bisanya anjir flawless Thrifty.
PRX, if they're shooting, you need to make sure that you're
Ngeri
shooting
banget, cok. Udah flawless Thrifty. Bisa apa, bos?
Didn't he? He hasn't even used the showstopper.
No, he didn't need to use it.
I mean, Alex and Mini are just laughing about this because I think that
kayaknya Alex ada Mini, dia jadi lebih chill deh guys. Kayak ketemu pawang deh. Dia pasti gak enak sama Mini dah.
G2 have got the lower buy this time, so they're going to win. And also, especially if Leaf can actually get in a position to put down his Viper's Pit, they've got a great chance of it.
Yeah. Big mound push, but you see an instant rotation. PRX trying to follow the noise and the sound cues. They want to get involved into the fight as early as possible.
A fake into a B hit here would be such a nice call from Valen. Prowler goes out front B right now and does detect Leaf, so they might start reinforcing B, and Jing's ultimate could be a great one to stop the pivot through coming in. I think for sure the idea there was to end B and try to get the pit up, but now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
And G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit. Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the various bodies. That flash and a peek, Divide!
Divide! Ngeri banget. Nice flash by the way. Nice flash. Nice flash. Udah nice flash, nice aim lagi. Box. Respect.
Firing on all cylinders.
Oh. Something gak ada suaranya. Something gak kedengeran drop down. Hell. Kanan. Nice. Something. Gak kedengeran dia. Nice banget, bro. Good shit, good shit.
I know that the whole team is, let's be real, we've got a treat here to open playoffs, but the way that Divide flashes like this and swings out, he contests this stairs space so often on defense.
And he's not scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco. Could be handing over a gun if he ends up missing. It's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah. And he's very opportunistic. He takes good timings, actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him. Of course, there's always
malu dia kayaknya kalau jadi hook sampingnya ada orang. Iya coy. Alex takut, Mini takut. Jadi awkward ketawa aja mereka.
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of
crispy itu blinded, crispy as fuck.
When you see some of the best in the world clash in Valorant typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that PRX play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them, pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto and it was PRX coming out with a 2-0 win. And PRX's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups.
Rasanya bikin PRX kena Thrifty balik tuh gitu kalau Eko suka mix buy, betul. Resnya PRX ada ulti dari pakai. Iya, si Jing. Kalian boleh nyebut Jing, tapi I-nya 2 guys, J-I-I-N-G. Kalau J-I-N-G ntar kena T-O. J-I-N, jangan Jing doang.
And their players are shooting so heavy, the form is so good. Good luck playing slow against them, it's really, really tough. I mean, you've seen that with FNATIC, for example.
And this year's certainly been the evolution of PRX as a team. TP forward into the one-way. That is spam into that. No, expecting the play.
They are really ready for that. It's a flash into a horn play, but Joe goes down anyway.
Sama FPET ini aja masih dipakai TO-nya. Ini kalau RRQ masih main mah kagak bakal TO sampai bedanya 12. 12-1 tuh baru TO tuh RRQ tuh. Babi emang. Walk the talk, walk the walk.
Go back into Jing here. You're going to be in trouble. Drone needs to be broken. Needs to be broken, and it is. He has that showstopper close quarters. Choose to activate it now. Plays a scurrying.
Gue pakai GG aja, ya GG aja boleh. Nah, dipakai sama GG itu.
Attempt to answer that back straight away. So it's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking about the fact that that drone can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner.
Siapa yang flash buat Nafai? Dia. Dia flash dirinya, dia nge-flash sendiri dia. Keren dia. Bagus banget lagi flashnya. Kan dia pakai si Vice bisa nge-flash Vice. Oh, lu ngeliat tadi? What is this, bro?
It's brought it into a 2v2. This could be the opening. It's a nightfall. Scatters forwards, only the one tag. They don't know where something is there, but it's all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness. Disease connects. Forsaken's position notified. Armageddon. My God, the slightest of angles to play out of. He's alive for now, but he's got to do it now with just 34 bullets left. And the off angle of Jonah P.
Aduh, itu pada mati konyol anjir.
And of course, the round where it looks like G2 might be down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing PRX when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and Something contesting this B plant.
Now you're nice.
Because they don't hit their shots. Because G2
Slay.
The round flips on its head. And G2 draw things level again. And now they've got a chance of using this Euro ult.
Of a big fight taken. Half of the course so far for PRX. They'd love to be inserting, taking that rubber control early. G2 though, they speed it up again. Noise heard, picking out a bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. There's still a wall in your face, but Jorgamo's got all that space for free. Salvas in a one-way deep CT control. Name of the game already gone.
Wah, bagus banget flashnya, bro.
Straight as way, that door's going to be opening up. This is PRX trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. He cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open.
Nice.
Looking up and around the pit. Gonna let them try and get involved and get back in again. But
Batman nge-weave. Udah dibantuin padahal sama Aing mau anjir.
Insurmountable is what it feels like in a 2v4.
Wah, sengit bro ini bro.
They already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have two rifles.
Wah, sengit bro, sengit. Kejar-kejaran terus ini. Kayaknya sudah demo 2-0.
Was it Jorg or Valiant? I can't even remember at this point, but...
Jorg and CT.
Yeah, pushed up deep into spawn. If you're not going to be winning that duel...
Ya Allah, Jing.
You don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set-piece rounds on attack side have looked the best for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the prep difference is here for G2. If you think back to the pistol, if you're looking at that round as well, there's been another couple sprinkled in the middle too. But these are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above PRX. And I think big credit to the coaching staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
Oh, spawn, oh my gosh. Yeah, it is.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid. Beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing towards Mound. G2 give it up.
Oh, so crispy Something.
He's so good.
Pala boss.
Never will, he never will.
Something at this point in the year?
No.
Not happening.
It's not happening. No, he's really bringing it. In that head-to-head, this Jorg and Something are heating up. 12 kills for Jorgum, I believe 11 for Something at this point. Ult even popped off as well, getting a bit of extra information, but a TP back again. It's just Something heavy Prio to get mid-round information for his team. And,
kena ding.
Just fade away. It's an open silent, an open fight. Devi's going to be gone. Back to the spectator scene. 4v4, Something consistency there with the operator. Jorgum wants to try and take the fight straight to him, but again, PRX are just fighting at every single
timing,
side. Pestering them from every single angle.
Second flank.
PRX are all over the place right now. With every fight going their way, it leaves it to Jorgen at 1.
Jorgen mau terjerat.
But it's looking inevitable. It's looking like an evened up half, 6-6.
Ayo. Nice. Nice shit,
what a
but shit.
brilliant way of opening playoffs. And what a gorgeous adjustment towards the end there from PRX. Forsaken flanking out through Mount. An ultimate comes out
Kan 6-6 kan? Sengit kan? Gak pernah lebih dari 1 selisihnya anjir. Habis PRX unggul, dikejar, G2 unggul, dikejar, PRX unggul, dikejar, G2 unggul. Gigi dah bang.
Absolutely too.
And what a promise of an incredible second half here on Lotus.
It's already delivering. Two best teams in their respective regions really clashing hard. We're going to get a bit of a breather now as well. I'm going to send it down to the floor. Lewis standing by with some very special guests.
Terlibat, bro.
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint.
Siapa ini? Fans PRX.
Just joined me for an interview. Bonjour, Alex.
Alex cousin. Hah?
Of course to Paris. And
Alex cousinnya kayak gini, Cok.
You've been following your cousins, you know, esports career for a while now. So my first
Orang
question
Paris.
is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves du coup que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
What?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis,
oh, Alex tuh keturunan Paris, guys.
En jeu, il est bien derrière le.
Anjir, gue baru tahu, Cok.
Derrière ses joueurs, effectivement. So yeah, I think his career has been brighter as a coach than as a player, of course. And I think, yeah, his players are just too good for him to catch back. And
oh iya, anjir.
Oh
iya, Alex keturunan Paris. Gue pikir Singapura dia, Cok.
So you know what is the
Paris dia.
strange thing that he has in his behavior?
Oh, dia warlock.
Le plus français de ton cousin Alex.
Oh, dia ngerantau, anjir.
Quand le plan il passe
Alexander Saleh.
Il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs.
Anjir.
Je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
He likes the French food, of course. He likes
Gue baru
eating.
tahu
You
loh.
can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes. You know, he gets also very vocal. So I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French.
Dia nggak coachnya cuma PRX doang lagi. Dari 2021 full PRX anjir. Udahlah saham lah dia di PRX lah anjir. Cuma PRX doang dia.
Advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point because they are neck and neck. It's a breakneck pace that's really.
Dia bisa pulang kampung setelah ngekos di Pasifik bertahun-tahun. Ah, I see.
Let's take a look at the Coinbase econ
Okay.
honestly. A lot to delve into here, but why not? Let's take a look at Devi. He's been a real impactful player, to be honest. A lot of his rounds off the back of him, individual plays that he was making.
Yeah, for sure. And also trying to take out the players.
Maknya Singapura, bapaknya Perancis. Oh,
gitu. Makes perfect sense. He's usually in an anchor position, but you do see him go for those aggro swings. But now the sides swap. And so you're looking at people towards something. Jing, Forsaken even. The big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to get into good positions. And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway. And now at this event, yeah, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish chord 4, why not? It's going to get bloody.
Waduh.
And it's brawly at that. G2
are the
ones winning it out so far. Feed entirely filled up in their name. A 4-piece.
Apa maksudnya? Apa maksudnya? Aduh, kimak lah.
You probably did.
I mean, that is another pistol perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff bring them up a pistol that finds the gap in B perfectly. Round 13, they
bahasa Inggrisnya Alex lebih ke Singlish sekarang aja.
And destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No. But also, did the first one count? I mean, PRX immediately eked them back. So.
Well, they might do it again, Brett.
They might do it again.
They've got the exact same buy, pretty much. 4 classics, and then Jing with a Sheriff instead of a Ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes. And you see Jordan taking that first point of contact. Already catching on to something as well.
Farming duit. Asik farming duit.
From that kind of range.
A medium-range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay. Why not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
Ente guys, ente.
Stingers, but the frenzy's not been in the meta too much recently.
But works different on LAN apparently.
Yeah. Well, a cleaner follow-up there from G2. So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this one. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here. they might be able to read into this because he had a Sheriff in the previous round, but where's he going to take it?
Flash forward's going to be broken. Jorgamo, he's not messing around. That's 2 shots to the chest. Something done.
Superstar player from PaperX. People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round.
Hari-hari kalah sama.
Really need a win here.
Bonus round something ada aja lo kocak.
Already losing
PROSCREEN,
early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and reclears over towards Rubble, just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valen not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgamo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
B.
What in that one, Jonah? B. No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. PaperX are looking to go back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing, but there is another one dropped down, courtesy of the Vi. So.
I think Jonah spotted 2.
Aku menyebutnya NT.
And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
And tucked up deep here, we're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards. Skip past this one. Silence is going to be spotted! And the bodies just line up for him, Jing!
Nice, Jing.
It's 2 eviscerated in a blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that B site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really smoked off here. I mean, stunned with a ricochet, trying to peek this one forward again with the fights to be taken. G2, they win it like that.
Taking a page out of PaperX's book.
Indahnya hidup menjadi fans PRX.
That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it? Lands onto the player defending the planter, and they come in together.
No one from PaperX really covering it as well. I mean, listen, I can't
Biasalah.
keeping up with the gameplay itself. So listen, well, the fact that they're still playing towards it.
Yeah, well, that's what I think has been most evident from this match is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah, Lord,
if you had to, average out all of the rounds and decisions being made, normally PaperX are head and shoulders above everyone. There are almost no teams that play quicker than PaperX does. And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here G2 are preempting what they're doing and managing to stay one step ahead. And they've got an opportunity to start snowballing this half. Winning the pistol round and a bonus is pretty major.
Hello.
This is a tactical timeout coming out here from PaperX. I am interested to see how much Mini's talking in these kind of moments. Seems like at the moment he's just staying quiet, letting the big boss Alex give most of the feedback to the team. It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time he's traveled with the team. He's been doing remote work for them at previous events, but maybe it's going to be a curse bringing him on site. I mean, you won the tournament last time by leaving him at home, so.
Yeah, definitely would hope not.
Alex lagi chill. Dibilangin Alex ketemu pawang lo pada nggak percaya. Itu pawangnya sebelahnya itu.
That's why we're calling for the pause. PaperX tactical intervention.
Very early in the half.
Tenang guys ya, pemanasan guys, pemanasan ini.
The speed, the style that G2 are playing.
Batman sama Porsaken nih. Bisa ini guys. Percayalah sama mereka guys, percaya sama mereka guys.
Slightly slower look.
Over the top. Quite broken, so that's going to be a big reveal onto at least 2 players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveals a hand of Leaf that he's working with that Outlaw. A lot of full armor buys as well on the side of PaperX. Very aware of the way that G2 like to play and now getting a bit of a move on. That herd pack mentality. Laying claim to most of the A site, chewing it up here. G2 just leaving it vacated. Again, the jump spots.
They're trying to bait a shot. So
very aware.
Trying to bait a shot so the Jing can go up.
Just barely a head poking up towards the top. Vulnerability. Doesn't even matter at a point like that. Still just trying to pick them apart from the sides. It's a gun picked up all along the way and just running and gunning. Spraying away. Jorgamo deals with the Vi. All up to Forsaken now. Salvo at your feet. There's nowhere to really stand.
Nge-whiff. Tidak.
Take a fair fight there.
G2 do look great here.
Tidak.
In terms of the threat that they've come in with, the way that they're playing off each other. The harassment of PaperX as they come into the site.
Mulai kalah guys.
Even Valen's position, willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it. Gets the kill, turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing, who got up to a showstopper. PaperX need around here because G2 are starting to run away with things. Pretty similar, though opposite, to their clash in Toronto, where things were neck and neck coming out of the first half, and then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina. I love this exact.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Double central over towards the top.
But you throw the smoke high in the air, so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast backs up, and then he can take the fight afterwards.
TP into the back side of A. PRX always coming out with the cool ideas. Forward to get the angle.
This round there's a flank play happening as well. And Devi's going to be watching for it. Forsaken also challenging here.
Nice! Forsaken faded out by the first player. Takes off Valen's head as a result of it. Now Wall's going to be tripped and that double face does overwhelm. It's going to be a good call though. Pac-Man looking to see if he can contain as well. Needs some help as well. Calling for reinforcements and a bit of backup. And that is the TP behind you! It is manic stuff from Jorg! And he's not stopping there.
Nice.
Damage done, but in the flip of a coin, it's all turned on its head. PRX and themselves up into this 1v2.
Nice!
Forsaken.
There you go, Forsaken 4 kill.
He has saved them off camera.
Itu dia, guys.
We're watching Jorgamo pull out outrageous stuff.
Apakah kalau gue coba bisa race bisa jadi pro player? Bisa lah. Kalau lu jago banget race ya.
Has just gone to work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4, I think, technically. Maybe a 3v3, but Forsaken team captain IGL bailing them out when it mattered the most.
Desperately needed it, like
sengit,
you said.
Sengit.
Needed it most there. PRX looking to send it flying forwards once more. Salvos, though, an adjustment called for here by G2. Looking to really fight this one forwards with a lot of util in the process.
Tren kena aja, kena culik Tren. Mati lu. Di ulti dah lu dah.
Paving away to success. The rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jorgamo looking to answer
dia juga buta, cok. Jorgamo juga buta. Ngeblind terus buta dia. Aduh.
Valen would have to go huge.
Lying
this would be monstrous.
Dissipates though, and the player's just not lined up for him. It's up to Leaf now.
Nah, lo ke detect lo.
1v3.
Di planting kah? Oh, di planting.
One of the first rounds where we've seen teams actually clash over towards rubble.
Udah saving aja gak sih?
With all of their beautiful ideas. Does the Steel Garden get forced out here? Does Leaf get a freebie in Spawn and Forsaken?
Kita lihat Forsaken dengan door. Gila. Cuma butuh satu peluru.
Doing backflips into Spawn. Leaves it to 1v2. Like you said, a silver line would be ults being forced out and pulled out of these PRX players. They've got this one locked down. A lot of damage done. Leaf.
Saving.
Different angle and position, but at some point has to expect it. Time's still starting to tick though. Options very much limited now, and a winnable spot to play in. Looking to just do the
exits. Dah lo di sini dah. Ayo lo.
Damage to the economy while he's at it.
Nice. Good shit.
I really like the way that PRX take rubble control in rounds like this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this smoke that starts high up in the air, and it actually obscures Jing when he jumps in. And then the smoke lands on the floor and lets Jing take these fights up and over the top. It's really difficult to stop. And because Jing's not been ripping Showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate which rounds he's going to be playing in. And so Jonah P just gets stuck there inside tree.
Buset, PRX bisa ulti semua, bro.
A huge round.
Ulti, pasti something ulti nih. Yakin gua.
Pulling this one back, one round at a time. Ults are going to be used on either side, though. Hit to lock off C.
They didn't clear!
He didn't clear it, Valen! Just tucked into the corner, nice and tight and pretty there. He's going to be able to find it a little bit more. Something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru ultimate? That's just a big mistake from something.
Yona nggak ke-detect, guys.
Advantage now, PRX. Now 4v5. Jonah is
tapi something nggak tahu. Aduh.
Committed. He's got no real backup as well. No help to help him out. That wall's on cooldown. Needs it up ASAP. Nades are flying forwards along with the bullet. Surely he doesn't survive. He's trying to counter spam.
1 HP.
And Jonah P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but it's got to feel disastrous on the side of paper.
Dikasih coy. Hanya free. Hanya free itu.
Coming out drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here. Committing ults into their own. Still a 3v5. Respect shown. Salvos. Off the mark, doesn't deny the plant. That's going to be an extension into the round. PRX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them, that Utah's flying forwards, but killed in their main. Nightfall now, scatters forwards. Jing, he's even collected a few of his own. And just like that, it's a 3v3. Players are noted. Drop down into pit, the C's to try and cut off these angles. Steel Garden even being offloaded here. With no weapon to work with, it all comes down to the sidearms. Valen.
2v2 yuk, bisa yuk. Headphone udah do the work banget itu. Headphone udah do the work banget, bro.
The Thorns delay it. TP in. Valen's looking to try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it. Damage through the box. Satchel over the top, but it's all
nice teamwork. Headphone udah do the work banget. Ultinya nice banget. Disupport dengan semua util. Dibikin low semuanya. Nice. Davai eksekusinya juga bagus.
Because they're trying to use them in post-plant situations. But they lost players really early on. A 3v5 that they managed to turn with those ults.
Good shit,
the fade, the Vice. Huge value once they saved them into that position, but there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even want to... You don't even think it's
kejar-kejaran, bro.
In hand. That one saved. An economy broken now.
Oh, padahal G2 masih unggul kan. Time out, bro. Katanya gak bisa nih. Tim tai nih ada G2 nih. Tim gak jelas. Kita lebih gak jelas lagi ya kata si siapa lah itu. Tegang bener bang coach. Tegang lah anjir. Gua aja nonton tegang. Tumben gak ngamuk. Bagus, itu mainnya rapi tadi. Mainnya rapi banget PRX di ronde tadi.
PRX still with a little bit of an uphill battle here, despite the fact they've won 3 in a row to get back in this game. There's more to be done.
Certainly is. As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now.
How many thrifties have we seen this game?
Too many.
Tim fans PRX sih, apaan sih ini PRX? Gila lagi. Gila lagi, bener lagi.
Especially when you got Stinger Merchants on one side as well. And
iya, malah A-nya dilepas buat di retake loh. Malah mereka yang terwak-wak.
This round it's about dodging the threat that Leaf has with the judge, I think.
Simple take towards Mounds, and now sending it even flying further forward.
Terkena trap adik-adik ya. Terkena trap ya adik-adik ganteng. Aduh, terkena trap ya. Kamu ya, Forsaken JJ ya. Aduh.
Might get another chance to do it though. So Nightfall even being committed. G2 feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there from Valen. A lot of ults committed on the side of G2, but a pause called for here by PRX, looking to see if they can buy their time, weather the storm. They should back out. They do have that weapon advantage.
They're putting so much pressure on these PRX players before they can put the plant down.
For a bit of a calm
oh enggak, mereka di belakang nggak kelihatan. Salah lihat gua.
Now they're worried that PRX might have left. There's still 40 seconds in the round, and G2 have just thrown every piece of util, hoping that PRX would take the bait and go for the team fight. A tap at the door.
30 seconds left.
Oke, ngebait.
Yeah. Valen is the player
balik ke A.
Risks to be taken for sure.
Oke, nice. Nice, mereka ini ya. False rotate mereka. Kita lihat Valen udah dapat Vandal lagi anjir. Valen mesti dibunuh ini, kalau Valen mati aja menang nih.
Something's heads on a swivel here.
Waduh.
Wants to step past the smoke, but just waiting for the right time to strike. His bullets going straight
towards
him.
Still, it's all just nice banget, Valen joget mau mati, GG guys.
His hands, but yeah, overwhelmed there. Something got it all handled. 10-10.
Jonah muter keliling dunia. Jonah jaga retake. Jaga rotasi, dia jaga A karena tadi Angnon PRX. Gak ada suara kan? Jadi wajar Jonah ada di A. Wajar. Kalau mereka semua stack di C, tiba-tiba ke A, mabok mereka.
I said the key in this round was avoiding Leaf, and he instantly got 2. But PRX again dig themselves out of a hole.
Tuh kan, sakit kan? Dari 6-10 jadi 10-10 kan? Udah dah. Mabok dah.
Spam down bullet tags into the leg of Jing. Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage to contest with, and Jorgen's just sitting there with the on.
Ih, bagus banget itu recordnya.
Nah, lo.
Something jalan-jalan dan lompat-lompat tuh jadi body hook. Tuh, dicium juga mati di Something, cok. Aduh, jangan kalah please, Davai. Aduh. Nice banget. Nice banget. Nice banget.
Gets a little bit of door frame between him and the bullet.
Wow, udah kecil aja katanya. Leaf udah low katanya. Kayaknya Davai mau ngambil ulti kah? Oh enggak. Jing mau ngambil ulti nih. Oh enggak. Jing harus maju soalnya. Oh mundur lagi. Rotate lagi. Buset. Oh, Something bilang kita santai aja guys, pelan-pelan aja guys, Oke, for second mau ngeflank duluan di A nih. Kalau gue jadi PRX ya, gue kalau udah ke A nih, gue berhasil dapat 1 aja ya, gue langsung masuk sih, nggak sih udah telat sih, mereka harus commit A. Mereka harus commit A ini. Waduh, Jonah dapat 2 anjir. Waduh. Waduh, tadi aing mau ngepet men salah arah sih, muter ke belakang dia nggak lurus. Ente dah.
First round, I think, where we've seen one of the attacking teams look
Alamak.
Usually it's
pusing malah BRB, cok.
Coming out from the defenders. This one, perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, no threat coming towards B in the mid round. No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site. Thankfully for PRX, it hasn't broken their economy completely, but they are going to be coming in with a stinger and a judge on Jing. Maybe an opportunity here to end B and make use out of these short-range weapons.
Well, they might want to go for it, bit of a B split, or just a fake of the AU tilt. And looking to go straight forwards. Flying forwards at that. That's a judge into the hands of Jing, and he could do some real damage here. Trying to take that
nice, Jing.
Unsmoked angle. Trent is no more.
Nice.
Obliterated in the process. Jorg. Forward to the information.
Low tuh Jogemo tuh. TP-nya tuh.
But there's still a player down on
kena Jing.
Now finally going down.
Jing ganti senjata, oke.
And then once they know that G2 have seen it, they immediately drop back and try to fight on site, creating presence in as many spots as possible.
All players on site with the exception of Devin. Taking that peek in the fight.
Nice! Nice, Batman.
Beautiful work.
Nice.
2 players dropped in the blink of an eye for G2.
Untung mereka satu-satu nggak nge-swing barengan. Kalau nge-swing barengan bisa kalah itu. Kalau satu-satu sih advantage Batman tadi angle-nya.
PRX bringing it back up to 11.
Juga mau nge-save AWP, oke.
The fact earlier that G2 felt like they were one step ahead of what PRX were doing. This round caught them off guard.
Jing. Aduh, Jing.
Just got away with keeping the op. Jing had chosen to go stairs there instead of heaven.
Still out in the open.
Oh.
I think he's going to escape to tree and find some safety. So both big weapons safe for G2, but as I'm saying, I don't think they were actually ahead of that one. I think PRX really caught them off guard there with the fake rubble util into a B pop.
Yeah.
Bobo OT nih, iya lagi. Ini bagus banget, Jing. Jing dapat tren itu bagus banget. Ini bagus banget. Batman juga bagus banget eksekusinya. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
But Trent got caught. Didn't catch quite what Jorg was saying there towards the end about a free round. I mean, 11-11. Tension at its highest.
Adjustments that are being made. Tweaks as well across the board. Salvador's far breaks open the blue room door, and Jorgmo not anticipated from that spot.
He's a big game player.
Delivers them a killing blow onto Jing. Right when his team needed it, and the slightest gaps to work with. That is disgusting stuff.
He is playing so well in this match so far.
Something may have found himself a bit of a pocket to play in. Still, players might be watching it. An awareness that door is open. It's Trent who was the one to do it. Shallow angle that he's watching this from. Flash. Still contacting up here, PRX.
Leave from behind.
It could be that backstab! Oh, what is that by Forsaken? Quick 180.
Nice.
Snaps back and punishes Lee for the hubris of trying to contest.
3 huge moments where Leaf has had a bit of a whiff, but this one might punish them the most. He's still got 19 kills. He's still playing great. but big kills are getting away from him.
Looks on looks, dividing all that space.
Masalahnya guys ya, meskipun dia pakai Gigan, tapi Gigan itu juga butuh skill anjir. Waduh, Something bisa nge-flank enak banget ini. Wah, Something bisa nge-flank 3, cok. Oh, nice. Lah, dia kagak sadar. Lah, kok kagak sadar? Goblok. Itu trennya kagak sadar tuh, dibokong anjing. What the fuck? Anjing, tren goblok banget. Jelas-jelas.
I think this round is utterly and completely
jelas Jona mati loh, dibokong loh.
Somehow land.
The fuck? Something mau nge-fake coba anjing.
I think this round is so different if Forsaken doesn't somehow spin on a
lagi kena blind ya tadi ya, anjir.
The reactions sometimes from the PRX players, especially Forsaken, seem inhuman.
Nice. Ayo, satu ronde lagi yuk, PRX yuk. Finish him.
You can look at Leaf and you can blame him for having a bit of a whiff, but how many other players are reacting to this?
Anjir, gak jelas. Gak jelas.
His model goes downwards too because he's on a stair.
Gak jelas tuh Jason.
If Forsaken didn't land that though, I think it's
Waduh. Yang banting meja sekarang tim sebelah, guys.
Now they've got to fend off map point.
Huge heroics from PRX.
Oke, kita lihat apakah akan selesai map 1 atau ke overtime. Oke, Something udah masuk ke A, cuma ada 1 doang. Dia kagak lihat ya? Ya Allah. Anjir. Udah ketahuan dong plate. Anjir, ngeri banget. 4v2. Let's go. Mati kamu. 4v3, sorry. Jonah 1 HP tapi. Aduh, kena scan Porsakor, anjing, tapi Something kebaca banget sama Joe, cok.
Meticulous, they're like surgeons when it comes to these retakes, just trying to divide up most of the site and see if they can take this one nicely. But they have to get their eyes and watchful eyes on these smokes. Valin does punish it. Forsaken dropped in that IGL dip. Jing from the side has got a nade waiting. Rebounds, but a little bit too shallow. A tap onto it.
Belum setengah. Yes, go!
And in slow motion, could we have it any other way? Map 1
nice,
goes to PRX.
Nice.
A 13-11 nail biter, back and forth from the very beginning. PRX pulling it
nice
out.
Banget, bro.
What a
nice banget, bro.
Absolutely
very nice
stuff. The best being brought out of both of
good shit.
Cannot wait to get into the action as we look forward to growth.
Mantap PRX, menyala PRX-ku.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious.
It's a
rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
An update is required.
Anti dah. Anti banget, itu udah well play banget G2 by the way ya. Jadi bukan salah G2 sih, itu emang PRX-nya menyala aja sih tadi sih. Topoy sama Headphone ada abang yang mirip banget, kagak gitu, kocak. Ada. Diharapkan banyak-banyak minum air dulu ya, jantung kalian gak aman. Iya lagi. Yuk guys, pendukung PRX wajib beli perks guys, karena yang punya perks juga pendukung PRX. Jadi pas banget kan, ada diskon 20% nih buat kalian. Ya. Anjir, gue udah star. Perks udah jadi star seller, gokil. Nah, dibeli guys ya. Kalau kalian membeli perks, kalian mendukung PRX. Karena ada diskon 20% tuh. Serius bang, diskon 20%? Iya, tuh udah potongan tuh, lihat tuh. Real, no fake-fake. Masuk ya, thank you ya. Pendukung PRX harus, wajib. Bentar ya. Ada. Belum pernah lihat PRX main di Korot. Oh. Emang gak pernah ya? Harusnya udah pernah deh PRX main di Korot. Masa belum pernah sih? Ada. Kira-kira kenapa tiba-tiba hening? Gak kenapa-napa, keluar dulu gue tadi. Result belum ya bang? Belum dong. Dukung Pers, oh iya salah. Wah, ini kalau menang guys, PRX kalahin G2 nih, nomor 1 udah PRX. Ngeri banget ini cok. Ngemil apa bang? Donat. Oh iya, gue belum ini ya. Bettingnya belum gue finish. Lanjut.
Jen here with Alex of PRX. Now, Alex, congratulations on Lotus. Now, this matchup was pretty much interesting because we had the clash of styles. Very slow, methodical style from G2, and of course, PRX's W Gaming. And it was important for PRX to be in control of the pace, not to let G2 dictate the pace of how the game was gonna go. So, in that sense, how much of a nuisance was that Teho for you?
Yeah, I mean, we had to play around it because we're not used to Teho. But we spent a lot of time watching how Trent plays. I think we dealt with it very well. I think it was okay for us.
So far, no rage from you. So, is it Mini kind of mellowing you out?
I'm a little bit afraid to reach in front of him, I think. He's got way more trophies than anyone else, so...
Still no rage, no rage.
I'm kidding. They play very well, so no reason to complain.
Right, hopefully that keeps happening in the second map. Thank you.
Udah gua bilang, ketemu Pak Wangnya gak berani marah dia kan?
No rage for Coach Alex. No rage at all. And he's got Mini there to back him up.
I don't know how you say this in English, but you know, menos por menos es más. Like minus equals plus.
Yeah.
I think it's the same situation because I was like, oh my god, Alex and Mini, it's going to be insane in that coaching booth. But there was just smiles.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of reasons.
Two negatives don't make a positive? Or wait, but that would be the
opposite. No, two negatives have made a positive.
Yeah.
But you know what? There were a lot of reasons for Coach Alex, as well as Mini, to smile, because it takes us to our HyperX Reflex moment of the day.
Boss.
And we got to talk about this particular round here from Forsaken, because Mimi, we saw Jogamo get that two-piece thinking, okay, they're going to stop this, and then out of nowhere, it's Forsaken just being the superstar we always know him to be.
This is a turning point in the game. G2 had just gone into the second half, had a great read on that pistol round to fight.
Mini sama nge-coach FNATIC gak pernah marah kan ya? Gak pernah banting meja so gue.
Head towards their pick, but instead, it's Forsaken finding this incredible round that I think ignites PRX as a whole back into form, and it's more incredible multi-kills, individual moments like that get them back into the game, and now they're the team up in the series instead.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth we saw during that first half. Constant, we were like just looking at what team could manage to get a couple of rounds in a row, you can see at the bottom there. But look at the amount of first kills that the G2 had. This I wanted to bring out two things out of here. Look at the post plans. Mimi, you were speaking about, and you're very right. G2 and how good they have been on the retakes.
Berarti kan disiplin, PRX anaknya bandel-bandel, iya sih. Tapi gak tau kenapa Mini tuh demen banget sama PRX loh. Makanya dia sampai mau nolongin PRX. Bahkan sampai ke support PRX banget bro, Mini tuh. Gak tau kenapa.
Opponent has played PaperX at this tournament. You are seeing at least 1 or 2 5v3 rounds that they are winning a game. They are so impeccable of bailing themselves out of these impossible situations, and this puts G2 now in a very rough position.
Yeah, and that's the reason why
Start korotnya PRX belum lagi. Kenapa ya?
Highly about PaperX for so long. They're a team that can wrestle themselves out of a variety of situations, no matter what they put themselves into or whether their opponents put them into that. It truly is incredible. Of course, it's going to be a lot of work for Coach Josh RT to figure this one out. Let's hear what he had to say going in map 2.
Kenapa guys?
Jen here with G2's Josh RT. Now, Josh, it looks like the Tahoe from your side comes in handy when it comes to countering what's been going on in the current meta and also countering PaperX's timing as well. But PaperX, they managed to gain back control even without slowing down on Lotus. So heading into map 2, what are your plans to kind of stop them from pressing W?
I mean, honestly, we were stopping them.
Buset! Korot nol! Nggak pernah main.
We were successful. It just came down to 5v3.
Nggak pernah main, guys.
Playing some 180 go poorly. Just like the heavy man advantage.
Shit.
You just need to make a small adjustment here and just realize like, hey, they're still PaperX. They will take space on you. They will be in our face, and not to give them. Don't give them the respect. So we'll take the fight to them, I think, and I think it'll be a better map too for us.
It's respect. That's the key. Thank you, and good luck.
And you heard Coach Josh RT there talk about the same thing. Those 5v3s really biting him in the butt. No shot. This is happening.
So, PaperX has not played this map.
Oh my god, Theo lagi.
They've already lost the race.
They're baiting us.
Masa 3 duelis aja lu PaperX?
It's not going to happen. They're not going to do triple duelists. Like, it's just not happening.
They're going to do a normal double.
They're doing a normie comp, bro.
This ain't Lotus, guys. Okay, double duelist kind of expected for the side of
GG dah guys.
We just saw the something versus Job, literally the same
Match pertama PaperX di korot.
Yeah, watch on the attack sides how G2 will give but then retake mid control. I think this is what you were highlighting in your telly. It's very good with that Teo drone to get info and then missile C's to retake. But PaperX, they're coming out of the blue with
0%, bro.
Comp here and a chance to 2-0 this series.
Anjir, 0%.
How many shenanigans we're going to see here for the side of PaperX. How much this map was actually prepared coming into this tournament.
That's an excellent question.
Ya, ini banyak corner ya, betul.
Find out in just a second. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Brendan Sideshow for map 2.
Ditahan dulu minyakan.
What a bitter back and forth that first map was, and now we head into Corona. You know, like the Destin's already been talking about, discussing this one. We're going to be full, I mean, React Andy, I think, really, with the composition, seeing how PaperX play this one. It is a mirror their Lotus comp.
Yeah, it's mad that this is the second time ever that we've seen G2 play this comp, and the first time ever that we've seen PaperX play this comp. And this was also G2's worst map, and yet they've picked it here after just getting that one win. Apparently just copying over their Lotus comp and not even cracking on it. They just sent it, it worked, and now they're playing it again here. This is going to be mad. A lot of it is going to come down to what Kakuka was saying. How practiced does it look? How much time and attention have PaperX put into this map? Behind the scenes in scrims.
Jing has a sheriff. Big group up.
Kita lihat.
It's a 4-player stack.
Kayaknya buat PaperX ini scream aja dah.
So going to face it with the Viper wall up. Looking there's an angle there, horn deep as well, making sure that all the nooks and crannies are cleared out here.
Pertama kali PaperX main di korot nih. Lucu banget.
From PaperX.
Not at all.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. A couple of strays, swings and shots that he's going to be popping off. Prowler in his face. At some point, maybe force to respect this one. Oh my god.
Ngeding 2 kali itu.
Traded out though.
Ngeding itu.
Still get themselves in. Elbow control.
Nice something. Lu ngebawa satu orang dead.
Yeah,
Devi's position here is really nice to help PaperX on the retake.
Just spotting the head poking up. Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Paranoia has to be dodged to the one side.
Anjir, G kena.
As a response of that, Prowler
Wah, bingung ini, Cok.
Done on the side of PRX.
Good shit.
Absolutely dishing it out now. Not giving it any easy fight. Any easy fight whatsoever.
Good shit.
Calm and collected is the way that pistol round goes for PRX in the retake.
Device position ended up being the pivotal.
Tapi iya sih, G2 gak punya info apa-apa soal PRX di map ini. Jadi cara mainnya PRX seperti apa, komsnya seperti apa, bakalan kayak gimana, post plan-nya G2 unknown ini. Meanwhile PRX mungkin udah pelajarin. Jadi mungkin PRX sudah nyiapin counter, makanya mereka nggak ban Korot. Sedangkan G2 di sini, ya mereka harus bermain seperti biasa aja. Mereka nggak bisa pakai strategi baru. Terlalu gambling buat G2 pakai strategi baru di map yang mereka udah sering main.
That's purely off the smoke time.
God damn! God damn!
Spectre in hand.
God damn, bro!
Forsaken, so damn eager to get involved.
Ooh.
Straight into the sidelines here, but it's
nice.
all managed. Everybody's going to be expecting those fights to be taken here on the side of PRX as well, ensuring that the guns go into the next for round 3.
So a bonus opportunity for PRX. The composition that they're running, I mean, it's allowing them at the moment
round
to stack
3,
really heavy,
no.
Sites, you saw them on the pistol, put 4 players on A to begin. And just leaving
Oke, ronde yang sebenarnya baru akan mulai, guys. Tuh kan, senyum mulu kan. Coach Alex full senyum anjir.
Looks like B might be where he's looking to
try
to contest.
He's got a judge, man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. Tucking into
Try
this
and get
corner.
Into the corner.
They were flash haunting this every time.
Uh-oh, this could get deadly. This could get dangerous.
There's no way.
Just the one before he gets out.
How is he
nice something
quicker than the haunt landed? Jonah P didn't even wait for the haunt, or rather, sorry, Jorg didn't wait for Jonah P's haunt.
Just expecting that they would respect it, I think. Once they're ready.
Aduh, tipis itu.
Looking at different angles here. I mean, he's worried about me. It's still following up on top of it. Following with the TP. Cheeky enough, but it's all being watched for. It's the bonus conversion.
Pasti Jonah kaget. Jonah kaget itu. 100% Jonah kaget. Jonah kaget banget, jing.
It's
flawless.
For something to tuck himself into a corner.
Aduh, ngakak. Jonah kaget, anjir. Lihat dia. Lu lihat Jonah nih. Lu lihat Jonah ya. Nih. Aduh. Jonah shock. Aduh, ngakak anjir. Cair. Cair.
That's devastating.
Aduh.
It was all going well for G2.
Well played, well played.
Excellent from them.
Pusing kan lu kan? Lawan tim yang kagak ada datanya kan? Bingung lu pasti lu. Gak ada datanya nih, bos.
We only need to make some small adjustments and we would have won that. Jorg and Leaf on their own together were 12-3 in first kill to first death.
Which is ridiculous.
That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgamo and Leaf. Now, of those rounds though, PRX won.
Kayaknya nonton PRX sebahagia ini. Ya, karena kita pun nggak tahu guys PRX bakal mainnya kayak gimana. Paling susah, ya udah gini, masalahnya gini loh. Udah nggak ada data. PRX ini mainnya unexpected. Jadi gue yakin G2 tim yang sangat amat telaten, yang sangat amat teratur. Ngadepin tim kayak PRX, nggak punya data, nggak punya informasi apa-apa di map ini. Dengan playstyle PRX, mereka pasti bingung. Mereka pasti bingung, Cok.
How do you take yourself out?
I guess you would be expecting this map to still go defense-sided. But a lot of my expectations about Corrode are being challenged here at Champs as we get the different regions ideas matching up against each other.
Belum tentu nggak ada data, siapa tahu PRX pernah scream. Data scream itu kan nggak valid, karena kan banyak orang itu scream nggak ngeluarin strategi sebenarnya. Kayaknya semua tim pro player kalau Xtreem itu mereka itu nggak ngeluarin strategi sebenarnya. Mereka pasti pakai kom yang beda lah. Mereka cukup nggak bodoh lah. Kalau mereka Xtreem pakai kom serius mah nggak mungkin anjir. Kalau kayak gitu mah bodoh aja. Coach Mini kapan masuk PRX? Coach Mini kagak masuk PRX, cuma jadi coach bayaran aja dia.
But usually, I mean, the wacky stuff is
Gak mungkin juga Xtreem sama G2. Oh mungkin. Mereka mungkin Xtreem sama G2 kalau misalnya mereka kan udah ketemu sering banget di VCT kan. Mereka pas barengan di VCT Xtreem bisa, tapi kalau mereka lagi gak ada turnamen apa-apa emang gak mungkin Xtreem. Picknya kan ketinggian. Tapi kalau mereka lagi di satu turnamen bisa Xtreem. Bisa banget Xtreem.
Oh, he's heard that. Yeah, TP.
Actually, he might not have done. He's not calling for the full rotate.
At this point, it should be very obvious.
Wow! Jesus!
The one to try and lock this one down, and he's being precise as anything, just trying to pluck off the heads away from the shoulders. 15 seconds. A double face in the end here. The TP into the back line. Nice. That's the timing. Wasn't anticipated yet. Still with the shots lead.
Gak lucu nih bos.
Raining down, led upon them. Raining down. Shot after shot.
Hari yang mantap.
He's a hammering blows, and it's brought G2 into a 1v2.
Hari yang mantap.
To play with in this spot right here, but against the sharp on the trend. Not quite doable.
Hari
so
yang mantap.
Like
that's a criminal round again. Yeah. Because I think Defy did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into the site. And yet, Leaf is just on a heater. Hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff. And steals a MasterCard Thrifty away from PaperX.
There you go. Filthy work to get it back in.
Well, we saw a lot of Thrifties on map 1, at least in the first half. Something now pulls out the operator and looking to try to take an aggro angle on A. It's hard to op this line, though.
When Viper Wall.
Yeah, Leaf's Viper Wall gives you a lot of things to worry about over here towards A. You see, actually, he's pre-aiming the right-hand side. And the horn broken immediately.
Going for a bit of a clearance.
He's taking a lot of risk here, but not punished for it.
Okay, Crash about to run out. We'll have to respect this at some point.
Well, I think he'll respect it when he has a drone in his face.
Skate Crash has faded.
Time to jump.
Slow play from G2. Much slower than we saw on Lotus.
Every single second counts. In these two teams, drones going to be popping out into your face, which is broken. Hello, something. You're still there. Yeah, Prowler in your face and a couple of stray bullets as well. Still alive, though. Salvo forcing him back and away alongside that Seize, and there needs to be that collection. The crossfire setup in tight formation. G2 still trying to find their way forwards with this one. Ults are being earned up. A lot of avenues uncontested, though, and Jing looking to see if he can take that fight. There's that punishment we were talking about prior. Against PaperX, got to keep guns out because they will be willing to take those duels and take those fights indeed. It does go both ways. Trent.
That's a big kill.
Massive one. Frees up the flank away from it, now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot. Hasn't really been saving his utility for post-plant.
Just trying to buy a bit of time, and that nade rebounding. That's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes down, has half HP. Drifting away, and it's a half clearance. Jing anticipating that it was cleared out.
Wow.
Leaf, the savior once more.
Waduh.
He's had a monstrous couple of rounds there, hasn't he, Leaf?
Waduh.
Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yards. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, Haddock on the other way, hasn't been able to clean out.
God, Nate.
Don't think he was getting that. Good setup towards the end as well, actually, in terms of playing around the Viper Wall. They had Trent.
Saatnya Coach Mini ngasih wejangan dulu, guys. Kasih paham Coach Mini. Jadi gini ya guys ya, kalian tuh gak pernah main kan di Korot kan? Have fun aja, kasih strategi kalian yang paling bagus, kasih strategi kalian yang paling liar, banyakin agresif di sini.
But it's interesting they seem to want to take fights through mid quite a lot on their attack.
Just open sight lines. Yeah. Don't worry about the wall in their face, their own wall, right? Yeah. Which normally a lot of teams are going to take it
I think part of the reason too is, if you wall up in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it. And
take the timing.
Yeah, your opponent to seize control of those timings. PaperX taking attack time out here. The brain trust of Alex and Mini. See if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. the Thrifty, in my opinion, was just
Top tim VCT Championship siapa aja baru main Valo aku. PRX,
the slow A take.
PRX, G2, tim Heretics, FNATIC, DRX, top tim. G2, NRG juga sih. Sentinel juga top tim. Bakal beli plasinya kagak dong?
Big presence from PRX over towards B as well. They're going to be claiming a lot of that side of the map. Who's next? Central drift now going to be used by Joy to try and set them forward.
Forsaken anjir.
Going to have to vacate evac cord 4, needs some help and reinforcements potentially from his team. Something. Waiting into the sidelines, but now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. It's an instant response. Valen straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL dips him. In the process, pit down.
Can't get the plant down.
Gives him a bit of coverage. The C's is good, at least with that connection, and it's gonna slow down these PRX players, but where'd you call for? Rotations abound. They're looking to go back into mid, but there's a flank on flank occurring.
This is a weird one. Leaf's gonna have to drop his pit.
Oi.
It's the timing. Just missed it. Wasn't on the sightlines. Device spotted out. The pit's gonna be falling as well. Quick scurry away. They know the B's open now for the taking.
Might be a timing here for Devi at mid.
Just like that, kenapa Well? Fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that occasion.
Gak kenapa-napa bang.
Oke.
Lagi ngapain bang?
Lagi nonton Palo.
30 seconds comes down to these kills. What is that?
He's so
good.
Disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around this smoke.
PRX G2.
Made the B site his den. There's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again,
oh my god! What the fuck? Forsaken ngecit. Forsaken menyala bangku.
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form
flick is that?
At Masters Toronto.
He's getting tagged by bullets left, right, center. He's taking unopportune fights. Like
he's won the round on his own, essentially, hasn't he? I mean, he gets to kill one bullet valid.
Oh, baru map 2.
And holds them single-handedly from getting any level of space.
Gila, flick apa itu, cowok?
When he's on like this is just utterly remarkable.
Ajarin dong abang Forsaken.
8 and 3.
Ngeri banget, guys.
Something's got the op back in hand. Looking over towards A main again, but this time on a bit more of a passive line.
Yeah.
Not as aggro as he was playing previously. Bit more respect given.
Bit of a bait setup. TP for the information.
Aduh, kedetek.
Wow, that's actually through mid.
Oh, nge-whiff.
Nail that shot. Either side.
Woi, agresif banget nih Bang Something.
There's no way.
Ya Allah, Bang Something. Itu terlalu maksa, Bang Something. Astagfirullah.
Those are the kind of wild plays that you've got to expect when playing against PRX.
Bang Something udah kena poison masih nge-push terus.
Low percentage chance, but he still goes for it. And actually, they're looking to double re-clear into Leaf again on A.
Posisinya lagi 4-2 ya.
Iya.
Oh ya, Forsaken! Juts out, and this guy is walking on water at this point. He could do no wrong. Pacman, nowhere safe to stand, but he does find a slight pocket to play in.
Batman udah stabil banget aimingnya, cok. Aduh, tinggal double J, guys. GG. Kita lihat double JJ.
30 seconds left. But instantly the flank coming through again here. PRX putting such a premium on that.
Wah, itu posisinya Jogemo unexpected lagi aja.
How are you going to look at Forsaken in the middle of this?
Exactly. Still eyes are trained towards main. That's an off-back to be held in the corner. Showstopper avoided. Good movement from the side, but again,
nice.
Revealing his hand from the spot. And Jogmo supplementary with the spam. There's a smoke in his face, but that will be dissipating, and he gives it up for the even fight.
Nge-whiff, cok, Forsaken.
Going wild. But the smoke propped up over towards the top. It's an impossibility. Surely, Forsaken, you can't be winning this. 7 bullets!
Almost. Anjir, close banget. Itu kalau nggak nge-whiff itu anjing 4 kill lagi, cok.
When you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. Just telling the way that the G2 players are playing against
di play pause.
They are fearful at times.
Anjir.
As soon as the smoke isolates Jonah Pease, he's cooked in hope.
Kalau Something gak mati awal-awal dapet, iya anjir, Something maksa dah. Udah beli AWP mulu lagi, maksa lagi lu Something lu, bener lu ya.
Coba coach, dikasih tahu coach.
Going to the headphone users for
rival. Mini Alex. Coba, ayo.
You look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing Flash Horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going in that direction. And yet, something still wants to fight it and contest it to try to see if there's a gap. Something I really respect about PaperX's defense. They will try to find gaps in stuff that looks theoretically good.
Tapi di map defender sided lagi. Defender sided guys, di map guys.
Rotate gampang banget soalnya nih map.
G2 dengan Odadingnya lagi. Something jangan maksa ya. Something jangan maksa ya. Aduh maksa jing.
Trying to offset that disadvantage they found themselves in and out all the way over towards B. It's up to Patman. He's got that Odin. Salvo still had to really take the fight and he was forced into it.
Saving dah, lupa dah.
Now those peaks I'm not as big on from PaperX. Jing there swinging from mid after something.
Udah jangan maksa lo, kagak ada duit. Saving ya.
So difficult.
Ah iya, savingnya di A lu bener.
Guns in their hand there. And then Patman I think probably could have played that a little better than wide swinging with an Odin. So this round, not my favorite that PaperX have put together, and it's going to allow G2 to tie things back up 4-4. You often see the attacking teams try to find timings to exec as the defenders use Yoru ult. Because you don't want to just give them the info and exactly where you're playing, but this round G2 just kind of sit back in mid.
G2 yang gua tahu rosternya cuma Jogemo doang anjir.
It's a bit more like what I was saying used to happen a year ago.
Udah lama itu.
Where G2 would just hold slowly, solidly, and allow PaperX to make the mistakes.
Justru Jogemo tuh yang paling baru di dia. Di G2 terakhir masuk.
Dia baru join ya.
Iya. Tapi tahun lalu
dia di mana sih Gen apa tuh?
Evil Genius.
Oh, Evil Genius.
Maybe because PaperX are playing Corrode for the first time ever in a match, you're actually seeing these kind of mistakes come out. Maybe it is a decent idea for G2 to just slowly be deep.
Sayang sih ini sih. Pada maksa 1v3 anjir. You're not that guy bro, you're not that guy. Nah, apakah Coach Alec akan marah-marah? Karena tadi mainnya pada jelek banget, pada maksa. Cam Alec please. Cam Alec please. Gak ada Cam Alec. Nah, udah mulai kan guys, tidak ada senyuman di muka Alec. Masih ditahan sama Alec, masih ditahan. Masih satu half udah 2 kali time out. Gak apa-apa. Kan tiap kali tim musuh time out juga dia bisa ngobrol. Aman aja. Pasti Alec concern guys. PRX gak pernah main di map ini kan. Concern ya, concern.
But actually, the majority of what Leaf has been putting out there has been really solid. Yeah. Like I said, dominating the first kill department on Lotus, he was 4-1. And then just generally racking up a lot of kills against a team that is going to put the test on your aim. But yeah, you've seen a couple of lows, but a lot of highs from this guy. A reminder, he didn't actually have a lot of practice recently. He was out for 5 weeks.
Diganti-ganti tuh ya. Odin Dimang.
Emang map Odin ini. Justru dapat Odin tuh anugerah.
We'll see how this pressure and how PaperX are really going to be able to keep up with most of this. 3 players stacked up towards it. They have the entirety of the pack all grouped up here. Jonah B.
Buset, digituin nih.
Smoke. Something has been head ripped off. Still got
nah lo.
There is coverage swinging right round to the corner. The timing has to be perfect. The clearance is not there. Jonah B is still delivering. It goes both ways. PaperX are still in this fight. Up. So that 2v2. Patman off onto the flank.
Aduh, kanan lo ada orang. Mati dah. Aduh, mati dah.
Divide in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face is a lot of damage done.
Eddie guys.
Trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time. Chops the head clean off.
10-2, another big round from Leaf at the top of the scoreboard for G2. I liked what PaperX were doing there. Lost a player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A-Link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double blast back in off the back of the Paranoia, though, was a nice idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage of the 3v3, and part of that actually is because Forsaken didn't clear the corner properly. Steel Garden forced Jonah P to only play with a short but Forsaken didn't clear that box. And now PaperX dropped onto an eco. Probably going to take even further risks.
Trying to do it. Trying to take fights towards that A main extremity. Big nade and a horn tucked that corner. G2 happy to just let the util bleed out of PaperX.
Going for another play here.
They can
fade in the raise.
Kita lihat apakah Liv.
Dangerous stuff potentially, especially when you spot these players as damage done through the wall. Batman still alive.
Aduh, Jing ketahuan. Pulang Jing.
Not anticipated there.
Ayo, nggak apa-apa deh, lu kalah deh. Bisa bunuh 2 aja, udah bagus. Yuk.
Still a 5v5.
Kasih perlawanan aja, ngurang-ngurangin rusak aja keuangannya, yuk.
Forsaken keeping a little bit of this control and information towards A main.
Slightest of angles as well. That's something wants to work with. A lot of bodies going to be trailing towards it now. He's going to get his chance for a fight. Just TP's back to a bit of safety. Try and hold this one again. Inserts himself forwards. The salvos at his feet along with the claw. That is ridiculous.
Oh my god! Oh, gak apa-apa, udah bagus banget, It's a very good, it's a very good.
Having to trade that one out. Nightfall taken, Batman from the flank, and heads are rolling. Leaf is gone.
Bang Dapai, kasih paham Bang Dapai.
Two players of G2, they have been picked apart at the scene.
Nice banget, Rifty bro.
Avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT. Sees up and over towards the top. Damage number as that smoke fades again. The time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much.
Gila.
They've got that caliber of
Nice
players.
Rifty boy. Alas ya boy.
Take the fights against you and win it.
Wah, ini bagus banget anjir.
Such a good play from something. Gets in front of the salvo after already being pushed back by double flash and a horn, and buys an enormous amount of time for the rotates to come through. Forsaken, I told you, was already on that aggressive angle at A.
That's what they need.
B main, based on the distraction of his teammates. Encircling G2 and punishing them for not having a real sentinel in the comp.
That's been constant.
Oke, kalau habis ini G2 kalah, mereka Eco. Tapi G2 juga trivia-nya sabep.
The Armageddon online for Trent. PaperX fighting down mid, something with an op. He had a bit of a quiet game, but that round giving him a bit of confidence, and now he's going for the walkabouts.
Something, lu mulai lagi lu ya. Awas lo ya, maksa ya. Kalau udah nge-whiff, udah ya. Kalau udah nge-whiff, udah balik babi. Nah, bagus. Jangan greedy lu.
A lot of damage done in the process, but how do you win against the operator in his hands?
And he's gone so deep there, he's found the timing before the drones.
Wall is heard. Realizing there's a gap in the play. Forsaken wasn't quite holding it. That timing was taken. Evened out though, with a kill onto Leaf.
He might think that he's trapped them all in the choke.
Players drifting in as well from the side. This is an angle as well, something.
Oh, dapat di samping nih.
Counting for it, sees the barrels. Damage done though. Instantly there with a trade, nevertheless. Jonah P did do that damage to Forsaken. 2 left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping as G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out into the open. PaperX not giving them an inch though.
The double fake tap has stopped something from getting on a really aggro line. Now he starts to creep forwards.
Comes down to heroics. Jorg very much alone when he's holding this one. Crouched down, Satchel overhead. Needs some help, needs some bailout as well. The timing is going to be, has to be picture perfect.
Yeah.
Picture perfect. What a spray down, a transfer. It's something with the util out. It's Jorgamo to punish. G2. Leading by
Aduh, kenapa kayak gitu nge-picknya? Kenapa nge-picknya satu-satu? Kacau ya Pokemon. Kenapa nge-picknya kayak gitu anjing? Ya Allah.
Sabar coach.
Nge-swing bareng dong, Tukiem.
6 on the attack side of Kuro does feel really strong. Only one player to defend on A. A 4-player stack Forsaken's called. To start this B round, he's only one home to fend off G2.
It's a lot potentially thrown at him now. Looking for the A split with just Jorgamo going through that link angle. Armageddon is going to be paving a way to success. Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgamo has all this space now for the rest of his team. Wall up on top of it. Something's going to be answering it back.
Oke, dibalas sama something, guys.
There's a potential timing to be taken as those Qs are cut away. Something could really be looking to punish. The weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper. He whips it around. Jing is straight in and through. Tip of the spear forward, something not anticipated. Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad it's a mad dash through mid.
AWP. Nice. Good shit. Haji, gini lagi guys. 6-6 lagi guys sama kayak map 1. Anjir.
What a first half
oh my god.
We didn't really know what to expect.
Terlalu intens, Mas.
PRX play on this map. And only the second time for G2 with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
Terlalu intens, Mas.
Lebih banyak yang pakai ya Phantom Recon ya.
Dari dulu dong, kan emang paling enak gitu katanya. Phantom terenak.
Lu udah punya kan? Punya nggak lo?
Punya gua. Udah lama itu. Kita lihat guys.
Lagi banyak yang pakai ya.
Dari turnamen dulu, well, udah lama banget itu. Kita lihat guys ya, PRX di attacking gimana guys? Apakah akan melempem guys? Will there be an ace? No. Iya, gameplay PRX sampai rapi kok. Lumayan bagus kok untuk sebagai tim yang tidak pernah bermain sama sekali di map itu di ProScene. Udah bagus banget cara bermainnya. Cuma ya masih adalah ciri khas PRX mah greedy dikit kan, kayak something overpick, maksa maju banget. Adalah G2 nggak ada sentinel bisa digoreng sama dua duelis. Ya, kita lihat aja guys. Apakah bisa seperti yang kalian inginkan? Atau di attack bakalan di obok-obok sama G2. G2 nih udah pasti main Odin aja 100 juta %.
Just unbelievable, and Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. He's shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal. And it's taken heroics from him, to be honest, to drag it 6-6. G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6 in level, because early on, at the beginning of this map, it was looking like all PRX off the back of this guy right here.
Yeah. Take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. I think Forsaken might be the only player shutting the Leaf down. Yeah. That's 758 damage to the guy. But what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favorites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. We had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favorite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well, it's exciting to watch, it's fast-paced, it's aggressive, they've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best, right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We could only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see, potentially, a map 3. So far, this series has been delivering beginning to end.
Now this round, a very slow, cautious one for PRX, taking a little bit of B control, while Forsaken pressures elsewhere. And all picked up from Jing. I mean, this immediately starts some of the rotations from coming through, because you see that the Raze was the one who picked up the ult orb. So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main, you're thinking, well, that's where they're going to finish if they exec in the next 30 seconds. And that little piece of info.
Stack B udah. Kita lihat guys. Yogemo bisa defend agak nih.
Jorg is hard committed. There's no gate crash to get him out here. Some of the angle to be watched for. They lost mid control in the process. Actually, Jonah P was the one to take up domain and residency there. Quick walk down. Devi being punished. Smokes in the face though, now spells it out. This is going to be leading and landing over towards an A hit now for PRX.
Oh!
It moves forward.
Anjir, itu cenayang cok, Jason cok.
Shot in the dark as well through that smoke. It's his head who ends up going down. Paranoia sweeps though. That is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to this. Oh my god! He buys enough time for Forsaken. to reinsert
what the
himself.
fuck just
get
happened?
back into the action, get back into the fight. It's all laughs on their side. Another
What the
pistol
fuck just
round here for
happened?
PaperX.
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. And Pat
Anjir, Forsaken. Gila.
Ridiculous.
Gila.
That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
No.
Kalau gua paling mati satu doang, habis itu gua yang mati.
No, who does that? You get paranoid, you just
Maksud lu mati sendiri kali, nggak bawa siapa-siapa.
So the near sight doesn't
Bawa
matter.
satu lah minimal.
Nggak lah, nggak mungkin.
Kan keblind itu.
Lah, emang kalau keblind lu nggak whiff?
Double pistol, one now in this map
Wih,
by PaperX.
hebat dah lu, keren.
Flipping the narrative completely because G2 won both of them on Lotus. Now on Lotus, though,
Forsaken from India,
G2
paling
lost the
bakal.
advantage of the first one to a Thrifty that came through immediately after. PaperX will be hoping to avoid that. What a cool pistol round idea as well, just baiting, faking, with the fact that the Rays picked up the ult orb. A lot of prep going into these pistols from both of the coaching staffs. But once more, you got to get through. Jonah and Jorg here.
Pretty bangle. Not really the best weapon in the world. Something does
baby.
best with it. Just ghost in hand. Knocks the heads off two G2 players. Jorgamo and Jonah P are out for the count.
Really nice dodge of the flash.
Something ronde 2 nggak beli apa-apa, sengaja banget mau beli AWP anjir.
Grain position, not really cleared out with the classics. Might be able to make the most of this one. This is elbow control given up. The plant is down though. 3v3, you got to think the weapons in the hands of these PaperX players surely going to be enough. And nade's still primed, ready and waiting. The timing is taken just right on that. The damage is still being done though. They can't really deal with these players, and it comes down to a 1v1. Trent versus Forsaken. No easy pickup in terms of the weapons. The Stinger is found salvaged. Midst of all of it, and the body just peeking.
Oh my god, something tolong idiot goblok.
Loses out.
Goblok.
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams go back and forth.
Lu bisa mainin aja, Kon.
I cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the reswing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've adjusted their brain to deal with PaperX.
Fallen in the same spot as well.
That reason,
bukan something Jason, what the fuck?
In the world that would do what Forsaken just did there on that timing, and somehow Trent snaps back to it and hits it mid-range with a stinger. Jiggy is going for a force by Judge, which implies that he's going to pick up the Judge again in the next round.
Yeah.
So, double of the same B-exec maybe here?
And we
get to see some of the attacking theory from PaperX, because if you're going to run a Raze on your attack side and it's Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing. Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Waylay or a Neon or something. Not that he particularly does very often.
Oh, here he comes. Yeah, double satchel, straight into the smoke. That was layered down. It's almost like an anchor smoke that he wants to play around, weaving in and out. Gives him some cover to play in as well. Puts some uncertainty into the back of the minds of G2. Forces the drone out. Nice and early. That's walking up with it as well. Not to reveal the hand, but does get the reveal off still. Plant down for PaperX.
Not very much space in the post plant, though.
I never want to count them out, though. Salvos. At least just a one saved for this moment. Jonah P, though, deals with Divine. He was going for a flank of his own. Big ass map, so that paranoia is going to be gliding forwards alongside the flash. Anything to try and push them back still. It's a gun differential at this point. Reigning true, and they've managed to spot out Jing. No way! Jing claims two.
Jing
out of bullets. Still the damage done. His players are barely alive, just on a shred of HP.
Gua pikir ada harap.
Towards the end of it, as scary as it looks in the midst.
Ngeserem juga ya.
Ini map terlalu banyak angle-nya.
With a fraction of HP between the two players. The ult would work, yeah. I'm finding it hard to criticize. Maybe Alex and Minnie will be losing their minds in the coaching booth, but when you're when you've just been gifted 2 kills inside a smoke like that, and you have your ult online in round 15, the third round of the half, I'm not mad about it. You know, you can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PaperX might be able to
Ayo lo, udah nggak bisa time out lo. Alex udah kejang-kejang nih.
Not going for another play with the Judge and another fast pop round.
Marah-marah dia.
Udah split di meja ini Alex.
A pick here with their superstar player.
Oh, Jing pakai ulti tadi, shit.
Looking like in best in the world form, but needs a little bit of assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side, had a slower opening here on Corrode, actually. Wasn't dominating. That was Forsaken's job.
Spam coming from the side of Jonah P's on, so something knows that something is up. Okay, Crash fading away, still on an aggro line. Same could be said for Jorgamo.
Udah fight!
Crash up too. And when you have Jorg fighting here, you can afford to stack 3A. And Devai, I think, has broadly failed in his job at pushing back Jorg on B main.
G2 are ready for a tussle.
Aduh, gak ke-detect lagi Valid.
That was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia will be a bit of respect forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PRX, but the salvos are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Utah being bled out of this G2 squad. Nade rebounding. Second wave of salvos.
Anjir, Fatman hampir mati tuh kalau nggak cabut.
Not much left in the tank here for G2. It comes
30 detik, PRX jangan terlalu mepet, lu pada culun kalau
G dismissed readily. Reaction time test. All pays off here for the G2 players. Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
Ya Allah.
Fundamentally better round there from G2 than what PRX were up to. They didn't push the aggressive Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong site in the right place on A. And then one of the things I think that G2 have been amazing at on Karo, even when the match wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the A side. I think they do a great job of playing these nice corners, crossfires, and using Valent smokes to make it really tough for the attacking team to actually get onto the site. PRX back down onto a bad buy.
Prowler does clear out Jorg from that spot. Again, not so ready to count out.
Jing.
Running out on the worst buy. Same idea as when Jing had that judge the first time. Inserts himself into deep smoke, lay it down for him.
I'd like to see them do this on a rifle round because they get into a nice position. This time they're fighting
forwards. Yes, into elbow.
Bye.
Paranoia's only going to be connecting onto the one, only onto the one.
Ih, nikmatnya. Lah, Bang Liv goblok. Masa Bang Liv kalah haji? Oh my god, what the heck?
Something still hits that. Nightfall. Now scatters.
What the heck?
Something delivering.
What?
Hammering out the shots.
How?
G2 with the amble in this situation. Big light up from the horns. This is all going our way. Chaos is where PRX thrive.
What?
A Mastercard Thrifty again in this series. So many of them. And this time, it's this guy on your screen. Something turns the flash.
Wow.
He knew that something like that was coming towards him.
Wah.
Turns it, deals with Trent.
Wah, gila itu. Oh, itu something gila banget, bro.
Jorg is ready for it. But something's a little quicker. Sometimes you watch this guy and it feels like he
Game apaan sih, gak jelas emang guys. Thrifty mulu toh kan?
To get PRX back into this map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B-exec,
asik.
Amazing.
Saatnya Coach Alec kemana-mana guys, di time out sama tim sebelah.
The B-exec though does look difficult to deal with. I think you've got to be putting somebody
PRX R-nya Thrifty guys. Paksa aja, paksa.
Someone in a spot where they can fight B main if Jing's pathing isn't in that direction. But if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it and wait for Jing to land on your lap.
The tough thing, I mean, listen, the tough thing about that is you are going to be contesting with a shotgun.
Yep.
So, yeah, sitting down and maybe buy a shotgun of your own.
You could
hold a shorty out if they do boot that smoke up.
Buying a shorty is a nice idea because then you're not ruining yourself if they go for a different type of hit. But these are, you know, we're talking about this. We've got full information.
Sure.
We've got time to sit here and not have to think about our own game and our own role.
Kayak gini dua tim briefing apa satu tim aja? Dua-duanya boleh.
On both sides are having to live
siapapun yang TO, dua-duanya tuh boleh ngobrol coachnya.
You've never seen tape on what they've been playing. You've never seen these kind of site execs come through before because no one else.
PRX phobia ronde muda.
For G2, no one else plays their comp either. So PRX have got one VOD of the way that G2 play this, and a couple of days of practice during those off days between groups and playoffs.
Critical bit of rest. Both teams happy for it.
DRX sama FNATIC lo nonton nggak? Belum tahu. Tergantung. Kalau ini 2-0 gue nonton guys. Dapat info tuh. Dapat info banyak tuh.
Both ways.
I think he's noted 3 players in mid there. But it doesn't really tell you what side they're going to end on. So a 2-1-2 defense for G2. What the?
There's no way. What is that by Forsaken?
Forsaken terlalu pede ya.
Trent was there. I'll tell you that.
TP-nya terlalu pede ya, shadow step ya.
Well, that's your solo smokes player going down. With a minute still on the clock,
something now committing an ult.
They're gonna have to dig themselves out of this one.
2 players spotted.
Kalau something bisa clutch. Apakah something bisa clutch adik-adik?
Clearance here and respect by G2. All of A is open as a result of this. The pressure coming his way, making it feel like it could have been that B split.
Something jaga flank.
5 players all reacting to that ult, and now G2 realize what a mistake they've made. PRX not only have the sight, but can now get into really deep positions. You're going to have to clear so many angles and corners, maybe even a mid-lurk.
Long rotation times as Thorns in through CT. Flash as well.
This could be how PRX win a 4v5, another 4v5.
Big ults on the side of G2 though to potentially clear this one out. See if they choose to use it.
Thorns activated.
Smoke off onto Elbow. Thorns going to be deaded off. Sees, connects. They see that. The trail points it out. Jing rebounds, but a salvo as well. He's out into the open. Patman trying to help out as well through mid. Looking down this avenue. He knows where most of the ire is coming from. Devi!
Absent moment, guys!
1, 2, 3 shots!
Absent moment.
His team helps him out for it.
Absent moment, adik-adik. Bapak dapai maci. Dapai maci. Absent moment. Absent moment kamu di absen sama abang-abang Malay. Upin Ipin. Cik Rose.
Are so fast from Devi, it just looks like G2 are not even attempted to trade. That's one of the best teams in the world at trading right there. In fact, by the numbers, the best team in the world at trading each other. And Devi's just made them look like noobs.
Like noobs.
9-9. Big ult expended as well. Jonah P.
Jonah.
To the side. Still wants to
nice
really
trade, nice trade.
Himself up and try and take that fight, but
nice trade.
his own head that gets ripped off in exchange for it. Traded. PRX now speeding up towards A. Making us feel like a full-on hit, which it seems like it is. The spike is making its way over into that direction. Slowed down though by the salvos.
Okay, Davai jaga flank. Davai jaga flank.
Paranoia. It's the one wave of things. Tap of the plant. Another wave of
4 second pusing, 4 second pusing.
Flash on top of it.
Buset dah itu Tejo. Misilnya banyak bener.
Most of it, and Leaf will get his chance now to really show up. It's a reaction time test that he just does not pass.
Go whiff. Sheriffnya go whiff. Leaf.
Jorgen Trent trying to head them off, but I don't think they're going to be fast enough here.
That angle is just filthy from Forsaken, man.
Oh my god.
He's so creative. Like a bird.
I'm like a bird.
I think they've dealt with the danger now. Finding that kill onto Leaf.
Joge mau di mid.
All of the pressure dissipating. And PRX.
Tawan deh Joge mau.
On this map. Couple of really important rounds here that they've put together. And PRX have such a nice idea on their
something. What are you doing? Something.
G2 forced down onto
what are you doing? Something. Delivery senjata lo. Mukil buat something brengsek.
Looking to go down to the spike here, but Patman they clean him up.
Mukil buat something sialan.
It's going to be put together on either side here, but it's PRX now with the lead.
JNE guys, tadi something pas play JNE kurir.
Paket kata dia.
Paket, pandal. Pandalnya kakak.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just don't expect it. You don't expect it to be up there.
It's amazing that PRX can be so late to Corrode in terms of ideas that they're showing, and yet still very innovative.
Paketnya kakak.
Just their game sense. Being able to find the right moments as well to take those peaks, and the aim on top helps out. That is an operator in the hands of Jorg. So
wow.
Down and out for the count.
Wow.
Big adjustment here from G2 using a paranoia early, getting the op onto a deep line as well. So now PRX are going to have to slowly try to re-clear over towards A with their Fade utility. Meanwhile, G2 can start adjusting, spread back out into a normal defensive setup. And actually, these players over towards A haven't heard anything going on towards A main. So the drone comes out, confirms presence towards B.
Dapat AWP gitu, Jun.
Trent and Leaf to try to hold.
Still guarded. It's not going to be overlapping most of this one here.
Ayo.
Players trying to hold this one down.
Ya Allah, Jing. Tuhan, tolong aku. Kenapa Jingnya mati sama klik kanan klasik? Padahal lagi di ulti, namun Jing tetap kena headshot. Tuhan, tolong Jingnya Jingnya kagak bisa eksekusi. Astagfirullah, ini makalah yo. GG lah sudo, aku tak mengerti. Astagfirullah, alazim.
Ready to fight to the bitter end, and they bring it level now, 10-10.
Those are the kind of rounds that Josh will have been talking about at the end of Lotus.
Beautiful.
How losing those player advantage spots was letting the map slip away from them. This, very disappointing.
Beautiful,
the utilization of an ult
beautiful.
as well, by the way. Jorg choosing to use this one and got tons of information and a kill there, as you pointed out, onto Divide. And then so many bodies to stop Patman. And something doing anything towards the end there. 10-10. Leaf with an ult and a judge to play inside of, but might get run down on B.
There's a lot of presence coming towards him.
Has
to take a timing past that corner. They know exactly where he is. There's spam coming through. Decay down, seized up into a spot.
How has he lived? The nade and the seize looked so good. He's got 2 HP.
Barely alive. It's long range as well. Supplementary utils. One salvo used by Trent to try and help him out so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the PRX coaches, you're thinking, man, that is so unfortunate. We played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
There's going walkabouts here. There's so many angles to contest and account for. This is ridiculous stuff. He's straight past it. I mean, Divide.
And not even punished.
Yeah, not expecting it. No trade in sight because Jing's got the judge.
Jing one away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to play for A main.
Moves now towards A. That's a shot to the head, though. The wall just saving Valen in a spot like that, and still.
Jing pasti pengen ambil orb.
TP up to mid, Forsaken.
They're pinging out towards it. Jorg is looking for it with an op in spawn.
Yeah.
But Trent is actually really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back.
Ooh.
Feeling the heat now. It's turned up. All the way. What is that? Shots are fired and elbow control still maintained. These players putting their way through. Jing has an ult to work with.
Ayo lu Jing.
For another kill, I think, to really set the pace and
pasti nggak dipakai sama Jing.
To use it. It's not going to be quite the case, is
ya,
it?
sama Jing nggak dipakai. Disimpan.
Holds back the onslaught that was from PRX.
That's a monster round from Trent. The shots he hit as well are spectacular flicks. Lucky to survive at the start of the round. Jonah going walkabouts, really got a read on how to defend A and find timings past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic. Winning 3 separate 1v1s with a Vandal at close range. Popping off. And giving his team the lead. Jing, though, did get that showstopper up. Does have the judge. Same B exec looking like it's going to be run here again.
Play. Leaf is not in a spot to really contest this one, but he's found a pocket to play in. It's his own smoke that's bloomed and blossomed a showstopper. Not finding any marks. Bit of clearance is needed here, but they don't expect this. Haunt over Forsaken. Not getting the read on it. It's the time of the plant. TP behind. Man, just missed each other. It's all down to this. And the okay, judge in the hands. It's all chaotic. What a crazy round. Could have been anyone's game there.
Jing ultinya kagak dapat siapa-siapa lagi anjir.
Ults on ults to try and find this. Jing presses forwards. There's an advantage to be found. And he's hunting it out. Pouncing on the chance. Full control in towards Link. And they've given up
intense, yes, intense.
PRX still ingrained. Good positions to be held. Just comes down to the shots. And with something missing that one, Valen, he might have just opened this up for them. It's a 3v3. Try lays it down at least without flash.
Nice banget.
All going their way.
Nice banget.
Tries to get it done, but not fast enough.
Nice, bro.
PRX level it out, 11 to 11.
Apakah sama, guys? Dari 11-11 jadi 13-11 by PRX? Will it be the same?
Love the idea from Leaf. Really sneaky player. But that teleport bent his brain, and he couldn't quite find the trade there. Or rather, the second kill. Jing did get the trade. It's this final play towards the end, actually, though, in the 3v3 that wins it out for PRX. I believe it was Devin setting up his post-plant flash. Allowed him to get the kill onto Valen and grab the others too. 11-11, again, exactly like Lotus. A 6-6 half into round 23, dead even again.
Teams could not be more even. Taking chunks out of each other in the process. Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
What a teaser. The execs have been working. So why switch it up? Why change it? PRX send it flying forwards here with dimensional drift from something to try and at least pave the way. Clears out most of the site. Gives him that info. The rest of his team can just walk into the fight now. G2 looking to play that retake. Spike down, gearing up. Refine into elbow. A lot of util flown forwards here. Juggernaut's going to be caught though, near-sighted. Worrying predicament that he could be placed in. Drone needs to be dealt with onto the side here. But the fight, brute force, no way! Forsaken! Caught out into the open air, tried to take the TV behind him to be that dagger in the back, but punished as a result. The pick could be exactly what G2 needed. The flood, the avalanche, now it's all falling to pieces. And it's going to come down to the individuals again. Divide and something, they have to do it all. And it leaves it down to just something.
Overtime, guys. Overtime, yuk. Oh, ternyata yang 3. Aduh, map 3 dong, cok. Tuh, tapi ini udah bagus banget sih main PRX sih, guys.
G2 get up to map point. That stick into spawn. Jonah P, I think, is so aware to be able to catch what kind of play. Ini, guys. What kind of absolute insanity forsaken his
feeling aku map 3 lagi.
And this time the flash from Devin.
Oh no.
Watch for. And they weren't caught in the same way by those. Devi's actually coming into this round with no armor. To force up into it while Leaf picks up a judge. Holding really close. It's the B exec again, maybe, or just fighting for the space early on.
This time though, G2 are ready for it. Will it be OT?
Bocil perek kamu.
Will it be map 3?
Bocil perek gua.
A bait and switch over here looks like a really nice adjustment. When the boom bot's broken that early on, though. Warning signs, alarm bells should start to ring in the heads of PRX. Yeah, there's definitely not much pushback early on before. Absolutely. Now, they have played around where Jorg just got posted on B and it let them triple stack on A. But this time, of course, because Leaf is tucked in this corner, you can't get 3 players stacked on the A side.
Something's found the timing in through Link. They think mid's clear, I think, from the drone. So yeah, this gets taken down. One away from the ult. Could be pivotal. Jing ends up getting a kill. They're not shy. Now starting to get a bit of a move on. Satchel's forwards as well. It's all on Jonah P. It's a nade at his feet, a flash on top of it. The salvos to try and help him out. Again, that util comes in handy. C's laid out on top of it. Again, the second wave of the salvo. All an attempt to punish. 2 players being caught and collected. 30 seconds left, and it's going to come down to the gun duel. It's going to come down to it. Here and now. Across the map, kills are collected and claims it. It does even end up into a
3v3 yuk, bisa yuk.
Plant down, Batman with the full
Oh, Batman kena, anjir. Batman mati, cok. Ya Allah. Wow, udah, guys. GG dah, guys. Oh, shit. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
A flash dodged and avoided.
Oh my god! Please!
Something!
Something!
Doing this to them.
Please!
Trying to pull him out into the open once more.
Oh!
Nice!
God damn! Something!
Gila.
That is a monstrous clutch!
Oh my god, masa sih? Mother father, Ilya, lu bener-bener lu Ilya lu.
Isolating the fight.
Oh, that's incredible. His ability to
Buset, Mas Ilya.
He sees the jump peak and he just swings to his right, knowing
Anjir, Mas Ilya.
I mean, that is why people are talking about him as the best player in the world.
And he's on his feet.
Of course he is. G2 thought they were going to ascend. More a Kuro to play.
Anjing, ini mah grand final, guys, kata gua. Apakah G2 GG, guys? G2 GG?
I mean, those are the kind of moments that stop G2 from being able to lift a trophy in Bangkok. It's that kind of stuff.
Heroics, clutches, the mechanics on display.
Kalau di map ini siapapun yang menang attacker, dia yang menang. Siapapun yang menang attacker, dia yang menang, guys. Kalau G2 menang nih attacker, udah GG.
Quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it. He was contesting space, trying to fight people as they got in.
If I save this wall for after the clone, he's just put it down.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea. He was catching them a lot on Lotus. Good adjustment.
He's drone, no signs of life.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yeah, placed down again. Have to be baited out, or you just move over it as a pack. 3, 2, 1, TP up towards the top. It's a full exit that's scored for. That flashes everything. Divide finds it in through the side. The trades on top. Jonah P still trying to play it forwards and not expecting that something could be on that corner. Lucky to be alive in a spot like this, but the paranoia is perfect once more.
Dilindungin, Cok. Nice. Nice.
Help his team survive.
One more.
It looked for a moment like something
One more,
might be denied by the Prowler in his face.
One more.
The player that's just pulled off a 1v3 gets another triple kill to push PRX.
Om Devin gak temenin Castella, kasihan deh, canggung banget. Temenin apaan?
Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plank go down. Flashes raining in.
Tipis-pisan guys, tipis.
Constant disruption onto G2. And the coaches hit the panic button. It's not just strategic adjustments at this point. It's also the mental.
Wallnya fast gak ke-trigger sama Dikoyor ya? Harusnya ke-trigger kok.
You thought you had it.
Kok tadi gak ke-trigger ya?
And now you're having to play for your life in the upper bracket. One more round goes against you, and you are.
Dia main guard tapi sama bal-bal. Oh, gimana saya tahu? Kan saya tidak diajak.
Today, Brent, that people really highly rate. PaperX and G2. Later on, you've got a great match between FNATIC and DRX. One of those teams could well win the tournament. One of those teams must go out in last place in playoffs.
That's the way it works.
That's just how the bracket works.
Yeah.
So, could it be either of these teams? It's almost unthinkable.
It ramps up the tension all the way if you go out here. At this point,
are just nasty that you're going to have to face. And if you want any chance of winning the trophy, if you lose this match, you've got to make a full lower bracket run.
Yeah. Doesn't get easier. You have to drag it back all the way to the bitter end. But G2, they are just trying to survive in this spot here.
Yeah.
Their minds are drifting over towards Ascent, thinking that they were going to be playing on that, and they need to lock in to the here and now. Because one more round will do them in.
Their defensive play over towards A has been really nice. Jonah P's had such a great balance of playing the aggro and dropping back at the right times.
Hyper aggro stuff that, PRX.
Feels like a fake though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Two players waiting outside B, Spike starting to go in that direction, something putting max pressure on, drawing 3 defenders over towards the A side, and starting their bunker defensive protocols really early.
Moving over. Trying to re-clear this one, but all the players of PaperX are grouping up over towards B. Twisting the tail that they're weaving, and now they're sending it flying forward.
Jir udah masuk aja. Oh, kagak dapet dong.
Finally there, but out wide into the open. He shot it to land, and land. They will. It's all on Leaf, on his shoulders. He's given that open avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
Overtime lagi, Kak.
2v5.
Masa iya,
PaperX have been amazing at winning when they've been down players.
Udah gue bilang guys, siapapun yang menang attacker di map ini, menang udah.
In enemy territory.
Aduh, Jingo Wave sih tadi. Ke Phantomnya, shit.
Absolutely everything goes wrong. From the way it's looking, very unlikely.
Constant smokes being refreshed in their faces.
Leaves contact. As soon as he takes it, the players are going to swing out.
Still a lot of util available as well. Salvo, sorry, not Salvo, the stun, double flash.
Let's get past this.
Gigi dah.
Just leaves it to the Vido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling down. Body's reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They want to survive.
Oh, ente lah.
That was such a nice idea from PaperX as well.
Bingung masuknya speknya di dalam, ya gimana? Orang di weak.
Drop into really passive defensive positions, and it opened up this massive gap on the B side where it looked like it was only Leaf home. And yet Jorgamo teleports just in the nick of time.
You're insane, bro. You're insane.
Did you catch actually what Alex said there? He said we could have just walked in. The whole game plan is to open up the B site. And so he wanted his team to contact maybe even into that spot. Look at this clash.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage. The edge onto Kuro between two of these teams have been so damn evenly matched. Paranoia sweeps. Salvo on top of it. Damage being done, but it's just tickling their feet. And a salvo. And the soul is on Leaf. How's he got 3? Where has he found that? Trying to be taken up mid. He drives underneath it.
Wah, gigi dah, guys.
Huge numbers advantage for G2. Devi looking like the only player that could put a stop to it. They're going to go back into his kind of position. No, they take the safer rotate. Back fully through spawn. And not even making any noise. Trying to give as few sound cues, informational cues as possible to PaperX. relying on the fact that they're playing as a pack. Got to see that Leaf triple kill in a replay. Yeah. He's just taking a fight over towards A-Link, but he got there so fast.
Had to be knife out. Just taking the timing from all that presence of PaperX trying to push back.
And PaperX are playing mid pretty softly on the defense side. In fact, you could argue both teams are. Both teams allowing the attackers to take a lot of mid control.
Ya lepas save bang, nggak bisa nih. Yang ini nggak bisa di save load guys.
To G2 think about it, because otherwise things could get sticky here.
Waduh.
Flank. Jonah P is inserted. He will be that first line of defense. Grouped up here.
Waduh.
Made the most of this situation now, but Kings are good.
Clean,
and unfortunately, first one not going their way. Pac-Man even just revealing his position. And immediately you can see the G2 players scurrying forwards. Jonah P trying to buy time and try and take that fight, but really
masa iya Batman menang? Tidak mungkin dong.
He doesn't know where Valen is. Horn even broken. Time ticking away.
Waduh, dia kirain mati si Valen.
Under their control. And once more they find themselves on the cusp of map point, on the cusp of potentially bringing this one to ascent. There's those kills.
That's right.
Triple kill from Lee.
What is that?
Something was just going back to pick that up. In the back of something's mind, he's thinking there's a little timing through mid here.
Sulit guys.
Late to it and Leaf strikes.
God damn.
22 kills. 3 players. Absolutely cooking for G2, keeping their team in things. Forsaken's pulled out an attack Odin against Jonah P's defensive Odin here.
Potential for a bit of counter spam. You're doing it most of the time here. Paranoia sweeps on either
Please
side.
PRX menangin attacker yuk. Jangan ngelawak. Aduh Odin. Ya Allah.
Thought he was set up for success there with a fight potentially, but now it's all gone a little bit wrong here for PaperX.
It's such a nice ante because Jonah's been tanking the Haunt on the site, but Jing just went too early.
Strong clearance through, Valen off to the side as well, holding it down and an avenue of his own.
Alamat Jesus.
In sight here. And we should be going to ascend. This is just a bloodbath and a blender that these players are being pulled into.
Wan Fitri anjing, gimana cara menangnya maksud Wan Fitri anjing.
2-1
players rapidly approaching.
If anyone could pull the magic out, it would be him.
GG dah bro.
He's got to try and find these players.
Bener bang, kamu kena
collect the kills. It's all Valen though. Puts him in the grave. And send us all the way to a
Anjir.
Between these two teams, they have brought the very best out of each other.
It's looking amazing out here, isn't it? PaperX and G2 firing back and forth. So many different map points, even match points for PaperX.
Tidak.
Nggak pernah main.
Anti guys.
Yo, Forsake, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skincare routine. Let's go.
Nice points. I'm sorry, Nate. I took the A's today. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Nate. I took all the bullets for you.
Nice. Let's go.
Slay banget dah valid.
Hey, Trey, you don't get the freebies, but you get the impact.
I get the random ass hard ass kills.
Trey would have died and then been like, bro, I don't.
Maaf 3, tidak. Ada suara siapa? Oh, ada suara Welly. Di Discord ada Welly, guys. Tidak. Tapi itu udah bagus banget sih. Udah bagus banget itu mainnya. Udah sangat bagus. PRX di map 0% itu. Nah, ini kan iklan.
Gak pernah kan ya lihat dia main di map ini di Pro?
Gak pernah, itu pertama kali. Kalau kalian pendukung PRX guys, harus beli perks. Mirip kan PRX perks. Nah, beli dah. Ini official merchandise guys ya.
Bang.
Official merchandise kolaborasi PaperX dengan Christopher Devin perks. PaperX, PRX, perks ya kan. Lagi diskon nih ya. Dibeli guys, bahannya bagus banget. Jason aja beli di Jason. Jason aja dibeli. Ya. Langsung guys, dikirimin langsung guys. Gratis ongkir. Oke? Tuh. PRX Forsaken aja beli. Masa kalian enggak ya kan? Gox. Dibeli. Nyamat hidup. Turi-duri-durit.
Oh, match kedua itu ya. Fnatic sama DRX.
Iya. Duri-duri-durit. Real or fake? Sebenarnya fake, tapi kan kami juga marketing guys, ada tipu-tipu dikit lah sih. Dibeli, 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 beli, beli, beli ayo, beli perksnya. Korot. Damn. Ada aja hidup. Tanggapan lu setelah lihat race tadi? Ya, begitulah guys. Mas Jing kalau ulti emang suka ngelawak dia. Tapi sebenarnya secara performance sudah oke banget, Jing. Cuma dapai deh nggak kurang nih. Cuma menyala di awal doang deh. Habis itu padam dia, padam. Zion, welcome back to Definition Silver. Something juga udah bagus banget sebenarnya mainnya. Meskipun dengan greedy-nya dia. Fatman juga udah bagus. Ada. Ente ya. Ente banget. Gak ascend guys. Tahu dah nih ascend gimana dah.
Last rounds, Leaf completely came alive in the overtime, granted it to a certain extent the victory for G2. On the other side, PRX, even something getting to overtime. But I think that to me the turning point started right at the beginning of this second half. We have that 6-6, right, like on the previous map.
Yeah.
And we do not know what is going to happen. This is the, we made a plan that actually worked. And it was actually after this that Trent got a brilliant play. And he just decided that, I think it's the eco that they win after this.
Yes.
That Trent got, and obviously started
Feeling gue PRX kalah.
Rolling for them.
Feeling gue juga lagi.
Say, I think that we got
PRX suka ngecok di akhir anjir.
We saw on map 1.
Yeah.
But G2 actually learning from some of these mistakes. There were so many rounds that were an absolute mayhem.
Yeah, and you know, you can see it in that track too, right? Even though they were able to pick up that first round, he got 3 immediately for G2 in that situation in the second half. And then from there, they just continued to add on to it. But you did have PRX really inching their way back into this game, which is why we ended up going to that OT. But one of the players, though, that you got to highlight is Jonah P. I mean,
absolutely.
He was
pushing from the defense, getting the picks with so many tools that G2 had to play with. It was actually him. He participated in 9 of the opening fights just on the defense, just from the defense. This man, with all the flanking coming from PRX, it doesn't matter if it's something, if it's Torstegan, he was on top of everything.
I mean, this play was,
just walked it back.
That one, you know, his shot was just so clean.
So many of them.
He really has been finding success. I think Pansy was in the back. We were talking about, you know, the teams and stuff. It was like, you know, Jonah P, what more can he say about him, right? The guy is just, you know, it's like her, like, secret weapon for the team.
Yes.
And he always has been. The professor always finds his mark, and Jonah P just continues to just impress.
But it is easy for a player in his role to just fall a little bit into the oblivion, as in, yes, his utility, we see the Prowlers, we see the Hunts, we see all of the Ceases that we're seeing, of course, coming in from both of the teams, and we see the effect that he keeps having on every game, playing the Odin, doing all the disgusting things, and playing it to perfection.
Well, look, G2, right, they're feeling good. They picked up a massive win, but we want to know what's going on in the G2 camp. What's going on with the comms? We got Mimi standing by.
Yeah, thanks very much, GB. I was listening in to G2 for most of that map, and it's always an affair when you're playing against this PRX team. They are so tough to deal with. They're always trying to dictate the pace, and the thing that stuck with me the most was the demeanor for G2. This is a team that, despite how fast PRX wants to play, they were always trying to slow things down and keep the comms very calm and intentional. And I think they really achieved that goal. When you listen to this team play, you can see the experience both individually and as a squad. They do a great job at, well, having clear ideas within the chaos, using a lot of brevity to convey that and to just keep calm under that high pressure situation.
Om, tolong nggak bisa member di iPhone gimana caranya? Waduh, mesti pakai Google Chrome di iPhone baru bisa.
Here you can see how intentional Alex and the team were at keeping that under control. I want to specifically applaud Leaf, who was having a great game individually, but was also always keeping a very clear mental picture of what his opponent was trying to do and helping to relay that to the team. It was a great start for G2. They put it to map 3, but PRX, always a tough team to put down. We'll see who can finish this one off when we head to that map 3 and when you check back in with the analysts.
There was something very important that Mimi was saying, and she was speaking about Leaf. I love the fact that he is playing on B, especially when you're playing against the double duelists. He can actually use his molly and has easier fights for him. So he's even in the small adaptation. But Alex, we've had 13-11, 15-13, and now we're going on to the last map. We have not seen G2 play it in the tournament just yet, but
a sense the bread and butter map. You know, it's the bread and butter map. It's the map that everyone knows. It's been around for so long.
I'm down for some chamber action. I'm always down for some chamber action. So I really hope that they don't change the comp.
I wouldn't be mad about that. I think that actually would be kind of cool. You know, especially considering that. You know, we have seen chambers effectiveness. I was seeing it, you know, quite a bit in the Americas region, right? We were getting a few chambers in play. So maybe that will be the case here as well, as you had mentioned, right? They have run that before. That is a thing that G2 likes to run. I know Baby Bay was the one running it for them prior, but then they had slotted in.
Oh, I thought you told me they were going to sub him in. I was even getting more excited for this one.
I mean, look, I love Dre to death. That's my boy. But if I see Dre walk up on that stage, I'm going to be like, what the hell is going on right now? All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Let's see what we get here. And you were right about the chamber. We got that on the other side for PRX. So we got that Sage coming in there. Maybe can cause some problems. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were speaking about the Sage and the Bust that coming into the tournament, how she could be different. Probably we were thinking more in the hands of Davai, but I want to see him shine. I think that in the first map, he was one of the catalysts of them managing to get the win, but I saw him a little bit missing on this second one. For the side of G2, with the amount of Deco that Trent has played, I hope I mean, he definitely knows how to drone. I'm going to be paying attention to the rest of the lineups, though.
A lot of control on that PRX side, right? You
Absolutely.
got a lot of control. You got that Sage lockdown sites. You have that Vice to lockdown sites. Curious to see, though, how G2 break through this and, you know, try and, you know, play to those advantages while keeping the comms calm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to I want to see a G2 that is still going for those kind of plays. I think that Joe has been excellent throughout the tournament. Here again, he just needs to triple down on it.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. Let's get map 3 underway. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Could we have it any other way between these two teams? Map 3 is it's double Sentinel versus double Sentinel. And you're seeing a lot of head-to-heads being made manifest here. The Duelist is something, and Jorgamo going to be battling in that Yoru head-to-head. And you've also got their own little twists, I suppose, as well on the double Sentinel comps that are being played.
Absolutely.
Leaf on the Chamber. Can he have that continuation of form from that last map where he was such a heavy hitter?
He's been outrageous in terms of their opening kills as well. He's 9-1 in the match so far in terms of first kill to first death. So Leaf is absolutely someone to keep your eye on.
Mantap, welcome back to Definition Silver.
They struggle on the attack side. They need to put together
yuk PRX yuk, bisa yuk.
incredible defense, which means pistol rounds like this.
Selamat malam, Star. Baik kabarnya.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players looking.
Lu baru beli iPhone apa gimana, Manto?
Expecting Leaf to be down there, but he's also done
bisa tiba-tiba pakai iPhone?
Before he's gone down.
Technically another opening kill.
Exchange on either side. You can immediately see PRX are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
You've got the wall placed down over here as well towards Catwalk, so it's going to stop any
Dari
potential
tahun lalu
pivot.
makanya. Oh, lu punya 2 HP ya?
Cancel a B hit. Normally you want to go up through something like Catwalk.
Songat 2000, mau nulis 200.
For the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player
Oh
controlling over towards A-main.
shit.
I'd be slightly concerned that some nutcase on PRX could have gone walkabouts in A-main.
Malam ini feelingnya PRX menang nggak? Nggak lagi. Feeling gue mengatakan PRX akan ngecok di map ketiga ini, guys.
Absolutely.
But we'll
it's
see
about
lah.
whether or not he can get them off in time, though. G2 could push him. Force him to keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back. Comes in Jenny.
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's coming.
Jump attack. He knows he's there.
30 seconds left.
Dogamo tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness is going to miss just for Jing in that. Still players are starting to look to see if they can float all the way back in with that frenzy. How the hell does Dogamo get this value?
He's so good with it.
Too controlled, man. Something on Forsaken now, having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid. Something already going to be picking off. Jorgamo. He's gone in a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an in. The PRX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see how it gets going. A lot of damage being done. That is so precise.
Damn. Okay.
Position to dart. An overhead here. Something still delivering these shots. My God, what a monster he is.
Gox, kamu bang something.
Untouchable on pistol rounds, it feels like recently. The Ghost in hand delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one, maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s, because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second. Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible. Aim with the Ghost.
Oh.
To be able to carry them through. And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far.
Good shit, good shit.
It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big pistol round to get because PRX have struggled a little bit with this composition.
Mati nih Leaf nih.
Loves to play. Very aware.
Enak. Outlaw enak.
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Davai mau nge-push nih. Davai mau nge-push. Nice banget. Asisnya something, anjir.
Aduh. Nasty shot by Jonah P to return. That's something was expecting a different angle.
Something
is looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. Will make it slightly easier to deal with PRX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here onto Jonah P. And Trent.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
PRX deal with them
nice.
Easily.
Tuhan, please 2000 poin aku. Kasian nih, anjir. Mau ngebet 200 nolek double type. Will this be round flawless? No lah.
Perfect with it in the times that we've seen them running this comp. If they tighten it up though and they put together a
13-9 PRX udah tinggal bobo dulu. Oke, mantap. Bye bye. Thank you join member ya sebelum bobo.
Quite a lot. Normally the way that G2 like to play though is
Norsi, welcome back to Definition Silver Norsi. Masih bisa bet gak? Udah gak bisa nih, Far. Masih nih. Buruan dah, masih bisa bet. Buruan dah, 17 detik.
Well, a lot of early util denied on the side of G2, but the drone wasn't. So, see, Leaf has managed to slip himself into more forward approach. Clone eats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of control without smoke. Actually getting deep.
Masih pada mau waiting ya? Ya udah tuh. Ulang tuh. Gua buka lagi. Buruan. Kalian nggak ada yang mau bet di G2 ya?
Jing is going to be putting him in his place still. Awareness there from Patman, still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found it. Targets are toppling, and now Devin is going to be the one under that pressure. He's going to try and hold them back now, just with that stinger. Seen out, but as he's placing the util, that's a pretty poor
ronde ini berakhir. Gua udahan ya. Ronde ini habis. So, gua tutup. Tetap PRX, buset PRX semua lu pada ya. Yang bet G2 cuma 3 orang. Ini kalau yang bet G2, yang menang G2 kenyang ini yang bet G2 aja.
Playing his life in this kind of spot. So, a round expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PRX. Wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. You know, the pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main, looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PRX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
Best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PRX have historically
enjoyed
playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many of them on this map.
To throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on a center of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah, it's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an alt, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so it gets a clearance into A main. Smokestone, lay it on top of one another. Bit of presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attack side rounds of G2, so he might choose to do the same as Gate
Oke, apakah something bisa dapat? Oh, mereka ke belakang, tidak dapat.
Can even use his own ult as a bit of an exit strategy if he gets caught there. He's going peeking past mid.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it.
Doesn't care.
PRX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's looking to punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but timing just goes a little bit wrong. That's a shot to the knee.
Oh, it's actually through the wall.
Through the wall.
And probably to the knee.
51 health is what Trent's working with here, trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there, he answers back, damage was done.
Kalah pas something sama Outlaw.
Nevertheless, so we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying without Dimensional Drift to trying to clear up most of this one. Does spot Dubai through the back, pings across the board here. Wall's going to be tripped out. Jorgamo, look at the contest here. Tangle with Divide. 1v1 onto the side, that could mean absolutely everything. Still, they haven't dealt with him.
Yeah.
And he is drifting in. They're not really taking this fight together. Divide, the chance.
1v4 lagi,
as well. He's going to be sent straight back. To spectate now and watch as Forsaken isn't really going to be making a play towards this. Not on a 1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I mean, their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paperbait or Leaf, onto such good positions. Here, Leaf completely countered the play that Something was going for. And I think especially against a team that loves to peak on defense, Leaf could just fry. This could be a map where Leaf runs away with things in this half. It's going to have to be something that PaperX are very, very aware of. Because they do love to dry challenge. Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves trying to take a timing and go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his Outlaw, wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things. He's fast enough to get set up right before Something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there. A rough wrong jog, but he actually played that really nicely. The Yoru ult, and then the patience to just control.
Lagi-lagi kejar-kejaran, lagi-lagi kejar-kejaran. Gitu aja terus. Udah ini mah kagak nonton FNATIC gue guys, tidur gue abis ini.
I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now, but that's off the back of the pistol round win, the follow-up. For now, G2, I think of them as a team as well.
FNATIC DRX juga sengit lagi. Gak dulu deh mah, gak denger suara gue bindeng gini aja.
Sentinel, you always want to be playing slow, controlled, working the map, trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive. For PaperX, it does kind of slow down, I suppose, those timings, instinctual as they may be for them.
Yeah.
They do like to peak a lot, but when they're playing double Sentinel, the comp restricts them. They don't like to be restricted.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually think that, now we didn't talk about this too much, but I think the map veto slightly misplayed here by PaperX because in the second round of bans, they got rid of Haven. It's not a map that they enjoy playing, but they're actually really good at it.
Yeah.
And they play Waylay Yoru there, which I think is astoundingly difficult to deal with. And I think that would have been a more interesting question for G2. Do you want to play Haven or do you want to play Sunset? Rather than giving them Ascent towards the end. So certainly if we do see a rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament, this is one area that I expect PaperX would make a change. I don't think they would want to end here. With me having said that, maybe PaperX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half not looking too great. And it only takes a few on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on Ascent.
Flash forward as the play again, trying to take this one with a lot of confidence, but not too much more in terms of follow-up.
Yeah, but he gets one. How does he even get one?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
Okay, but that is one of the only 2 rifles that they had in that round, and that's fairly unrecoverable.
But a quick scope. Missed something.
A lot of respect from Leaf there.
Yeah, still alive. Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. Damage being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind the
Oh, kelihatan ya kalau Vice punya wall tuh kelihatan kalau deket. Oke.
Kelihatan, Vin. Ada garisnya.
Pikir gak kelihatan.
Is gearing up on PRX side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face over wall, onto the wall. It's going to be triggered, still blinded up. At the near side onto either side, dropping down.
Ya Allah, nge-whiff.
But still, they just manage in time. G2.
Ya susah, lu nggak nge-whiff lu. Yang gampang malah nge-whiff lu, Patman.
Make a play for it. Still, Leaf has got this one. What a shot! Onto that jump spot and jump peak, but with just the bulldog, the best weapon for the job.
Spike planted.
Maybe able to give himself something a little bit better, but Jorgamo is going to be hot on his heels.
Alas ya, boy.
Had Devin had a rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round. But G2, another slow, controlled one. PRX finding it hard to force a fight. They look to try to fight here through tiles. G2 punish. They try to force a fight over towards A main, Gelato area. Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B. Currently, that is the spot that G2 are looking to punish.
I'm gonna get in there.
All right, not necessarily looking at each other. Leaf instead getting posted in A main. Wine to clear.
TP into Wine.
Door!
Double face, that's a quick TP straight out.
Mengerikan.
Punish onto the main player. 1-2 combo.
That should be the round.
Pas Leaf. Ultimate-nya sampai gak dipakai, guys. Gara-gara punya AWP. Buat apa katanya pakai AWP kalau pakai ulti kalau aku udah OP.
5v3.
Kacau di Mas Leaf.
Quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
PRX immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. Already 2 players down. They've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right weapon for the job. So it is another round, just one off the back of the barriers dropping. Kill going their way. G2 are the masters of this style of play.
Yeah, they're extremely good at it. Again, PRX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2 had to increase tempo. They had to play as fast as PRX in order to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more, and they get rewarded for it. And here, they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PRX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series, and it's favoring G2 more and more. This round, Forsaken and Jing looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that, in theory, the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it. And Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing. Great shots hit by both of them as well, to credit the G2 players, but they're anticipating that refight from PRX and getting onto good lines early. It's all about that.
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke down, it's going to be layered down by G2. Something tries to take a timing as well. Instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here. Thorns at your feet. Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PRX. Normally they've been playing B quite passively. Now they're trying to fight it and leaving A to Forsaken, who's been a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode. Both maps. It's been so tough.
Diligence is there for G2 always. Unbroken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. His comp does not take space super fast.
Aduh, Tren ada ulti lagi.
Hunter's Fury.
Nah, lo di ulti kan lo.
Garden at least to set the pace of this one. Is there any clearance into Wine?
They're not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot. His gun's going to be coming back any moment now, and that's the time to strike. It's Nye. He's going to jump on the chance to pounce. Potentially do some damage to help his team out.
Nice.
The flood attempt in from PRX, all off the back of the IGL. Fallon's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that.
Nice banget Bang Por. Nice flank Bang Por. Makanya order tuh dicek, goblok.
Aggro and then have Forsaken. Probably your best player on the defense side. Just leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with. G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition to the wide, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do. They've actually been very good at staying aware of those kind of plays over the course of this match, but this time not quite feeling it. Same defensive setup again here for PRX. It worked once, why not try it again?
Total force in the hands of Leaf as well, so he's going to be quick to punish as well.
Passive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke, though, disrupts this to a degree. PRX holding a bit further back to try and save for just this occasion, so it's going to be used to try and get a bit of that mid-round information, but it's broken by Jorg.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Devin would have gone for a little peek there.
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B.
Aduh Bang Leaf. Mau Wave please.
Well. See which player can put them into the dust soon enough. That is a shot, and what is that?
Anjir,
lucky to be
tipis.
alive. The coverage from Devin, it's not quite there. Jorg had that one entirely covered on that one
Hoki
angle.
banget Batman,
Feel the heat, that
cok.
pressure. Res up in through mid. His pace has been turned up to a degree. PRX looking to control this one back down again.
And that's a huge ultimate that they just brought back into play.
30 seconds
G2
left.
going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
20 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough here.
No time at all. I mean, it's a deep TP by Valen, but he's into wine. He's looking to get punished. Forsaken still holding it down.
Aduh, Leaf dapat dapai lagi.
Especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down themselves.
Oh my God, Leaf, chill. Relax.
Forsaken needs to be dealt with, and this guy is a nuisance. He's in the goddamn
Oh my
walls.
Lord.
Time
What
barely
the
bought.
fuck?
How have they won this round? It's absolutely insanity.
What the f...
All the way down to the wire.
Leaf picking off both of those guys.
Oh my Lord.
So despite Forsaken's best efforts, he's just receiving no reinforcements. They cut off that supply line so well. And operating within the chaos. Because that B split had no hope of success. And to be honest, I thought the scramble over towards A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Forsaken instantly caught Valen, and then knows that the others have to be coming through a Sage Wall. He's set up for one of his incredible solo rounds again.
Yeah.
But this time just not quite able to make it work.
Making Leaf go hunt. He's the one with just the stinger.
Takut.
Because anything picks up a rifle anyway.
I did say that Leaf might just dominate this game on the attack side. It
took
feels
over
like
in mid.
Yeah, he's taking over the game. I feel like he is controlling everything right now. He's on every angle.
7-5.
And they can't get past it.
No, you can't trade as well. When a slow kill gets dropped down after the second kill, good luck trying to take a fight against him.
I do think that macro-wise,
Oh,
PRX had, again, a nice read there. But they just couldn't get it done, couldn't get past Leaf in the final moments to go and help Forsaken. They're still going to have a bye, but this, their last one, if they lose this down to an eco, and G2 with already 5 on the attack, it's starting to look really bad for PRX. The winners of Masters Toronto might be cast to the lower bracket.
That's a hell of a pit to be dropped down into, but somebody's going to be trying to pull his own weight. Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but two.
Ada mulus.
They don't care about it. They're going to be taking the fight straight to them anyway. Creeping all the way up to the line. Really see if he can put the hurt onto them again, but that is an instant
Uncle Dapai, terlalu terburu-buru Uncle Dapai.
But this is a round that PRX, they don't want to give up. This dimensional drift is going to be used again to set it forwards. The trademark. Oh my God, man! He's everywhere.
He can do no wrong.
And he's dominating so far, round after round. PRX on the shoulders of Something and Jing. Creeping away past here, looking for any sort of sightlines, and they got the wall off into CT. Attempt to try and break it. Leaf still wins it out. It's a 4K for him.
Ya Allah.
Something is scurrying away to try and deny that ace.
They tried to trap him in hell. Tried to deal with the others.
He broke his way out.
Slammed a bullet into his captor. Something is going to escape on this one. We're going to be denied the ace here, but Leaf has essentially done it again.
It's round after round.
It's utterly ridiculous. But I think, again, a lot of credit to G2 too, because they are finding these little gaps around the place. PaperX left A main completely open. This time Forsaken decided to focus on Cap. But in a 4v5,
dikejar, iyalah dikejar lah.
Forsaken starts to be worried about A main, throws a smoke, and G2 find a timing. Leaf leaves a trip, and a player gets slowed down.
Aduh.
Back of it. Yeah. 14 kills across 9 rounds.
Waduh.
And now the anger's starting to come out. Now the
Mulai
frustration
marah,
starts
guys.
to build.
Mulai marah, guys. Abang-abangan kita mulai marah, guys.
And 5. We've only played 10 rounds of Ascent so far. He's on the attack side as Chamber.
Yeah,
9 rounds, I should say. We're on the 10th now.
That's ridiculous. He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round. It's like, I mean, not quite a Thanos, but you know,
no, he's up there though.
Pretty close.
He's getting there.
No, in terms of individual performances, he's been lighting the world on fire today, and I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like he knows where the players are through the walls. He's expecting fights on certain timings.
And I think,
snapping to them.
I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on these PaperX players to make more bold, aggressive plays. And that invites more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah. It's what's got it done in the past, especially those first 2 maps. Big heroics from PaperX. They need a step up now. Bit of a weaker buy here for PaperX, so willing to take more risks with it. And hello, I've seen this one before. Missed one way, play inside with the Bucky.
Yeah, they normally have a flash and a recon through it though as well. Yeah. They do like to run that one aggro.
Saya nunggu kabar baik PRX sama DRX aja. Tunggu kabar baik DRX ya.
Operator on the other side.
This angle.
I'm back, hello, welcome back.
Well, especially when players are lying away, you can't
Aduh, something.
First time for it, they're just trying to beam these players down, but the bullets
kalah lagi dong bet gue, cok.
Blind as anything, and it's just a game of just hunting down the minimap. Dissecting the map, it's what G2 do best. Especially with this double sentinel comp, you are right in the wheelhouse. It's going to take timings like this, little plays to be made.
Astaga.
But individuality can only do so much against this war machine that is G2.
They are completely in control right now. They're contacting all the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is. And then that protocol to tuck Leaf behind the box so that you double swing catwalk as soon as the smoke drops is really nice. Great control. But they
nice try, guys. Nice try. Kata gue mah nice try.
In some rounds, something's going to be fighting it.
I need one! I need one!
Trent is currently 1 of 4. Yeah. Not that it matters when you're winning, but yeah.
Like he was saying earlier, I just don't get the freebies.
Full Leaf.
Yeah, it's tough to get kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the other side of the map.
Yeah, in his own words, playing with Thanos, so.
Yeah.
Tricky spot. PaperX here with a buy, though. They've invested fully into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult of the Hunter's Fury.
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11, and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Yeah.
Flash. Recon.
Yeah, dive on top of it. That's going to be a big reveal onto multiple players looking to try and take the fight forwards. But again, the comp doesn't really suit it. You can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward positions.
Double bait and switch here. That's good damage done though. Forsaken is going to be spamming. Roar into it. A dimensional drift to try and clear most of that corner out. Jing is forward again. Trying to take that fight again. Here's the sound cues. Jonah P is just waiting.
Oh, nice for second.
Forsaken's still going to be the one to put the bullet to the dome. And finally, a player advantage.
Something fast on the flank. You can play retake in this spot, but Trent's already the playmaker.
Trent trying to slip the net.
Oh
my god!
Oh my god.
The bullets on either side for
timing banget anjir.
Goes out here. Forsaken trying to sow chaos again once more, but something onto the flank again could just be a nail in the coffin they needed for a round like this. Juggernaut not anticipating it whatsoever. And it's all down to Valen. It's a 1v3. Positions here is playing way out into the open, but the bait and switch is perfect from PaperX. Exactly what they needed.
Nice.
Yeah, fast push on the opposite side of the map. Even losing the Steel Garden in the midst of all of that didn't end up being a massive difference maker.
Panik itu, panik, Cok.
Crazy scenario over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play. PaperX need every round they can, though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half, and you might have a hope. Alex is looking
Alex Alex sudah mau. Alex mau pulang aja, anjing Alex.
Cenut.
Alex Panadol mana Panadol bangsat. Next.
So cannot afford to be disheartened.
Coba banget lagi Alex.
Of the op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Wow, it just comes down to it. I mean, there's a flash, it doesn't go down. Wait, Forsaken! I should say something still steps up.
That's a crazy repeat from something. Trying to peek on the angle earlier, but it doesn't matter.
I'm taking forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed. A bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for PRX to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side.
Waduh, udah ulti lagi aja Bang Cliff. They are so dead.
Disrupts the crossfire setup that they had going on. PRX might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here. Hunter's Fury trying to pave a way forwards again. That TP is going to be cut into the corner. Dodging, juking, maybe even in the midst of all of that. Yes, damage is being done with those kills. Claiming goes by the side. Patman finally lets loose at one of his own.
Nice trade, 3v3.
3v3 that they're going to be playing themselves into.
Flash available for Jorgamo.
Wih, tiga-tiganya dari T-base gitu, T-spawn, hey.
But PRX forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped, but no one's really anticipating. It's a smoked off position. Forsaken gives away his life.
Absen,
the
guys.
slow field drop down at your feet. Your options even more limited. Revealed over and over and over again.
Ayo, absen adik-adik.
Led to death. 1,000 cuts here.
Aduh, Patman baru di-heal, udah mati lagi.
But it's a chokehold setup currently going on. It's going to take just raw individualism. Heroics from either side. It's all G2 though. A red feed.
Sulit.
8-4 is the half and attack side.
Sulit.
G2.
Excellent game plan.
Aduh.
Really nice calling from Valin. Putting Leaf in a position to win.
Pusing kepala Berbi, pusing.
17 and 7 to end. Every shot felt like it landed with the operator. Such a beast of a player. And that's with PRX winning pistol.
They're going to have to drag it back one round at a time if you're PRX.
They need insane heroics to come back into this one. And an attack side that goes bonkers.
Absolutely. For now, though, we're going to set it down to the floor. Loot is standing
Nerf chamber lagi gara-gara live ya, nerf chamber ya. Sialan emang.
The G2 boys also have their fans here in Paris. Je suis rejoint par deux fans G2, no good name. And Cedric, first of all, the jersey suits you very well, boys. The first question I wanted to ask you is, we've seen the boys putting up quite a show, right, on stage, waving, celebrating, flaming a little bit. So I wanted to know how you enjoy this as a fan. Donc on les voit un petit peu, les joueurs de G2 se lever, trash, célébrer, tout ça. Comment est-ce que ça rend l'expérience pour toi?
Alors, tout simplement, c'est G2, c'est la mentalité de G2. Et il ne faut pas oublier que G2 est dans son âge d'or, in the golden era.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid answer. Indeed, it's G2, it's the G2 mentality, so I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fans.
Fix ya, teori jersey udah kebalik gara-gara kemarin RRQ kalah jadi gitu dong. Masa dari Blast jadi Curse gua.
Well, my favorite player is Tren. I've been a fan for 6-7 years. Ever since the guard, and just he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how he acts on stage.
Gila, udah jadi fans Tren 6-7 tahun.
Coleman Cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era, and Boostio, you're a rat.
Ngesim dia, ngesim.
And Boostio, tu es un rat. On est dans notre ère golden, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement. Et Tren, son joueur préféré, je le suis depuis l'époque de The Guard. Merci, les gars. Thank you, boys. And we're gonna see who takes this decider on a set right now.
We're looking at purely that uphill battle.
Ketularan jersey RRQ yang digantung di kursi. Astaga, jangan fitnah jersey RRQ ku guys.
How much of a dire situation this currently is for PRX.
Dia sudah berusaha.
The they're playing. Listen, attack side is not favored when you're going into the double sentinel. It's really going to test them on every single level and see how far this team has evolved this year. And they're a squad that have high aspirations. They do not want to be getting sent into the lower bracket at this point. It is a bloodbath. It's a piranha pit down there, and it will be eventually. I know this is the first game of playoffs, but it's bound to be with the quality and caliber of the teams that we've seen so far.
No, I completely agree. You've got to stop Leaf from doing this again on the defense side. You look at the Coinbase Econ report, he's just pumping out damage to everybody. Number big, and he's gonna by prioritizing getting an op in his hands on the defense side as well. early on. He's the player they're going to have to get through, but PaperX need double pistol here to have a hope on Ascent.
Goes without saying. Round 13 then vitally important. Hasn't been the case all series long, really. We've seen a lot of thrifties and ecos straight back at you. Jorgen's going to be catching a lot of contact there, a lot of heat being sent his way through mid. PaperX looking to really reinforce this one up, and that's a fight to be taken.
Kayak gitu, something jangan greedy kalau nge-wave. Kalau itu something ya sampai mati aja.
Leaf is finding it. Door was closed off into their faces here. Barely a pixel to work with, but PaperX are still looking to overwhelm. Reinforcements, though, in through the back, and this is a weird timing to be taken. You've ward off your only avenue over towards A, and then you're trying to make your way over towards B. Devi trying to put the squeeze down onto them. Could go in either direction if they're going to go back into Jonah P.
Oh, he could feast here with a frenzy. They've got to clear this.
Wah, makan, bro.
Right now, frenzy's barely out of there. 5 bullets left and trying to do the job. But this guy can't be stopped. They finally remove him. But the damage has been done.
Oh, nice.
Every single side and avenue and angle.
1v1 dah. Udah diadu sama Batman dah. PRX kebiasaan nih kalau 1v1 pasti diadu anjing. 1v1 pasti diadu bangsat, kagak pernah gitu mau cabut lu punya bom kan, Batman con. Batman yang nge-push bangsat. Wah, untung nge-whip anjing. Kebiasaan anjing. Mentalnya perang bangsat. Lu pegang bom lu bisa cabut. Gak, gua mau 1v1 di mid. Gentleman agreement. Tai lah.
But wins a critically important 1v1 against his direct opposition on the other side.
Pantekin itu.
Itu udah advantage banget aja nonton nge-wave, cok.
Iya.
G2 look to try to take a fight again over main, wondering if PaperX are going to be fighting over that. Vice Flash tells them that someone's in that location, but it's Devi and he's already left. So a bit of a gap to be exploited down through mid. The worst thing in the world would be another one of these thrifties that we've seen so many of if PaperX want to come back into this.
Slam shot into their face. Leaf is very forward onto the angle, committing headhunter bullets to that. The damage as well, trying to get it going through the wall, but something is lying in wait to strike. Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here from G2, and they're looking to really make it hard. Putting the squeeze onto PaperX despite the weaponry advantage.
It's a Sage Wall, opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through, catching onto it now, and Jinx right on top. Sharp shooting again, but even better.
Dapat satu lumayan.
Weak as anything though in this spot.
Jonah 13 HP nih. Masa dia masih hidup bangsat? Oke.
And a lot of damage done indeed. Still, surely he's there.
Nice banget, nice backup for second.
At the end of the day. Valens in a sticky spot here still. Kill onto something. Call it a successful eco for PaperX. They're going to keep every weapon intact.
Nice.
Do the best job towards it with 3 of them surviving.
I like the ideas here that are being shown by PaperX. Yes, that's a full anti-eco
round,
but inserting somebody deep into market, going back over towards B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B exec, where you have the Sage Wall up. These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen this Sage comp put together a good A exec. Doesn't matter if PaperX or it's FNATIC who are running it. I think G2 only really have to be afraid of mid and B.
It's being reinforced. Leaf is in position. Scared about the potential of a peek. Outlaw in his hands. A lot of full armors though across the board. There's respect being shown here by PaperX, and it will force the hand of Leaf. He has to be incredibly precise if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person with half armor.
The only one person with half armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate. Still, seeing that util, that is a hell of a peek by something, and rapid shooting it is really at his best. Jonah P taken out of the equation now. Drone up and over, looking for some mid-round information. Devi's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent maybe asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on Corrode.
It's fake pressure by Patman.
But I don't think that they should fall for this. Jorg has full A main info. The
Udah masuk coaching staff PRX si Mini. Hah? Mana ada announcement-nya? Tadi sih belum ada ya. Ya Allah, Batman. What the fuck? Ya Allah. Masih hidup tuh.
Keep their eyes onto the smokes of those guns, well trained. They've earned themselves into a 2v2 from this spot.
Devi's going to hear Jorg coming up, maybe not. He just cut noise.
He did cut noise from it, and the barrel's going to be broken up.
Keculik dari Davai.
It's all about the timing here, Devi.
Aduh.
Trying to cut it up into the corner, but the clearance, immaculate stuff from Jorg.
Di web ada. Oh serius? Anjay.
By piece, taking bite-sized chunks out of the site, making sure that they can clear most of the way. It's up to Forsaken. He's been a menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2.
Halo Ces, doain besok aku 7 SKS. Mantap, semangat ya.
1v1, he's on 10.
Bang Jason terbaik. Bang Jason terbaik.
He is unstoppable, man. When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys G2.
Passes the jump down, finds himself in a lone fight.
There was one way that PRX were coming back into this game. And
Oh iya anjir.
A critical 1v1
Udah jadi staff anjir Mini.
And then a bonus round from Forsaken.
Di PRX baru aja nih guys. Mini Jacob Harris. Gokil. Gokil.
Stress now over on the other
Udah
side.
dibajak guys, Mini guys.
Feel that they're losing control of this game. It should have been a
Keren kamu.
easy one. They won pistol, and they only got 4 in the first half. It's your attack side.
Keren kamu Bang
You're
Mini.
about to go into double Senti defense. You should be chilling.
Should have been over, but PRX never done when you think. You can't count this team out.
No.
Individual abilities. I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight to leave.
He has, yeah.
Mini itu siapa? Dulu mantan head coach-nya FNATIC.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else.
Ada Mini mantan head coach-nya FNATIC join PRX.
To watch the people that you got in the server today.
Nah sebelahnya Alex.
It's a beautiful way to open
sebelahnya Alex.
Playoffs here at Champs.
Udah resmi dia.
One of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
Never really want to be in that spot.
Si Aaron udah nonaktif ya?
Aaron jadi konten kreator kali ini. Tapi belum pensiun sih. Nunggu ada tim yang lirik kali. Mini mantan FNATIC, iya. Dari FNATIC.
Like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time. During a timeout and now to think about what they need to correct moving forwards, but bit of working of mid here from PRX. Leaf very aggro. Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he does get his chance there with a headhunter. No one was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can afford to take more risks, you just stack B. And they've got 3 bodies on it at the moment. I'd be tempted to get another in this direction.
Tough darts to try and pave the way. Drone needs to be broken. It does clear Jonah B up into that spot. Smoke as well propped up and on top of the wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing. It's going to be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision by G2.
Kenapa begini terus sih?
They're making the most of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep TP into Wine Forsaken. Has to be sure that this is clear most of the way. And the spike still has to cross this angle. Leaf doesn't have enough bullets to do the job.
The bucket wasn't going to do the job from that distance.
Jorgen going for a repeat of his own, but it's all been contained here by Devi. Valeno has dropped this one, the spike, down into Cat.
That's just our sound cues.
He's got to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's got to get a bit of a move on. He's got to watch this the entire time.
Oh, nice.
And he does punish.
Nice, Bang Jason. Trend.
It was the only way he could win this one. PRX.
Nice.
Stand that pressure.
88 kan.
Every time PRX are pushed to the brink in this match. Forsaken comes through for them.
Apa ini guys? Match apa ini? Match apa ini ya Allah?
Ridiculous round to get them into OT on Corona.
Kejar-kejaran nih.
Parah bro.
Every other moment, it's their captain.
Kacau.
Steering the ship through stormy waters.
Dari tadi matchnya kayak gini anjir. Kagak ada gitu yang kebantai, kagak ada guys. kejar-kejaran terus. Mini udah ketawa lihat Alex. Kata Mini, ya leg. Jadi ini yang lo rasain leg.
Flash an early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Divide. Look at the control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site on an eco. PRX still looking like they want to pressure B over and over and over again. Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
Oh, enggak.
On with the drone. Backing out. Leaf doesn't take his TP, so he's still got the rendezvous for a rainy day, which is Seal Garden's coming through anyway. Weaponry now going to have to be fully reliant on a Headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight. Ensure that he's not cleared out that spot here while something looks to try and get the clearance down.
Wall apa tuh Mas Jing? Kalau boleh tahu aja.
Eventually cleared up. There's a Steel Garden both ways. Weapons taken away. The res in sight. Shorty does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies. Weapons to swing back out here. PRX have found themselves a way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is.
GG.
Good cleanup in the end. 3-piece by Jing. And a lead taken by PRX.
Bisa yuk. 13-8 yuk.
I really like this B exec where Jing doesn't wall up on the box, but instead goes and walls off market or something like that to stop the defenders coming through. Leaf picking up 2, but he's got no escape mechanism there. I mean, they'd really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. But then Jing also playing for the res in that spot towards the end. Helps them enormously. It's a big round. PRX take the lead and knock G2's economy down. G2 need answers fast.
This is insane work by PRX. You're right, Josh. G2, they need answers. It's supposed to be their favored side, but pistol round, bonus conversion, round after round is being put together. Relentless is the opposition.
Whereas G2... Oh, Valent slipped back in.
He's trying to find something. He's been cleared anyway. He's going to be spammed surely here. There's Anchor Smokes the plan. Try and work his way around something. Precise and sharp. Trying to play tucked. What is that?
Nice flick.
Reactions by Jing. Disgusting stuff. The Tour de Force trailing back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. 5 alive for PRX. Slow orbs at your feet. Cut out of every possible spot.
They've got the money, they might as well go for it.
No way. Leaf. And he had angles to be found. He's almost collected that onto Jing. Clearance on top of the wall. Damage done as well. Jing is low.
Mantap Bang Something.
Done the deflecting this round. 2 rounds now being the difference, and PRX
gila banget, guys.
Running away with it.
Momentumnya lagi bagus nih dia pada nih.
Coming back into the lead after a 4-8-half on your defense side.
Kacau ya flicknya ya, si Dava ya.
Kacau. Kok Dava bang, Jing tadi bang.
Oh Jing ya itu ya. Kalau gua sih udah panik tuh.
First 30 seconds, after doing a little bit of defaulting maybe, they go for a pop. And usually it's been on B. That was the first time where they've actually planned to end A at the start of the round. And now maybe faking it out at the beginning again. But I don't think they're going to end with rifles on A pretty much ever.
I think to take the fight that direction.
No, I think they only did it that previous because they knew it was an eco for G2.
Yeah. Hold on, what is this based off of? The Hunter's Fury?
Ripping it.
Okay.
Misclick.
Bit of spam down into mid, potentially a misclick, but he's only getting the damage onto 180.
Pencet.
Shot down from up deep overhead. The heal in the back pocket though, he's going to be back up to 100.
They could have comboed it with the Euroworld. They could have used it as the PRX were pushing.
It's got to be a fat finger here. Jorgamo, he's not leaving.
Terrible gate crash as well.
Trying to stay into the fight.
Terrible gate crash.
Way out into the open in that spot. Not in a position to try and withstand that pressure. PRX are really applying it now. Evenly across the board, and this is moving over towards B. Starwood is the defense again. They've got those thorns to try and delay and slow this one down.
Wah, momentum PRX lagi bagus ya. Oh, bagus banget. Itu Jing kalau nggak mati Muzizat anjing. Oh, nice. Oh, kan. Gila Bang Leaf. Nyala Bang Leaf.
Spike drop down in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't overstay his welcome. Let the spike be retrieved. Let it be picked back up. There's 15 seconds left, and you haven't cleared these site plays. Jonah P, the anchor, and a thorn in their side. The flash of the peak, he's been denied. Deleted here. The partner's going down fast and loose from G2. Trying to take the fight now, trying to take it together. And eventually they get the job done. But my God, they take everything.
Leaf again, a really important double kill. Takes the opportunity to push that wall, take a risk in mid. At the same time, as Valen and Trent are throwing util at people. But there are some real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there.
Aduh, enak banget itu
Mistakes earlier on in the round even as well. They're about to give Patman a lineup towards the end.
Jam 11 nih guys.
Maybe some mental issues creeping
Masih
in here
map
for G2,
1 nih.
but they win the round anyway. Both teams with an operator. Divide might be taking a look at trying to post this one up towards B main.
And Jog's got a judge.
Yeah, well, their economy's shot. Bulldog as well coming out from Valen.
Yeah, not out of the danger zone just yet. He up here, Forsaken. The angle he wanted.
Device actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean, he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PRX 90% of the time are
Berasa
go
final
back
ini
into B,
game aja.
Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Deep in the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a timing against him. Slow and steady is the game plan.
They're leaving B. A rare A finish here perhaps from PRX. And Forsaken's got good control over towards A main. One trip and pressure on Leaf with the off.
They're going into him now. See what he can get done here. Potential damage to be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more. Right in your face there, as blind as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and undo the damage. Something back into the fight. 5 players trying to make the mark into him. With just a judge in the hand, Jogo, he can only do so much. Players are drifting into this fight, but it is slapdash, not put together whatsoever here from G2. Door needs to be broken. An avenue and a sight line, and Leaf does deliver. Death blow after death blow, but Patman looking to answer straight back, and damage done to Valen. Weak as anything. Handed it back to Forsaken with a deeper TP. Jonah P will clean them up. These players, weak as anything. It's going to come down to the tiniest of details. Who can hit the first shot? And that is a risky one. Jump spawning around, jumping down into the fight. Patman left into the 1v1. Down in his face. He's going to try and break this one down, but with the damage done in the right click, Trent delivers it.
And he's got the time on the defuse. He gets revenge for that pistol round clutch. Patman did everything he could.
Oh my God.
But Trent delivers to tie things up at 10-10. That round was madness. Absolute madness. Leaf gets 2 huge ones. Jonah P also, by the way, picking up Forsaken in spawn like he did on Corot. Forsaken constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that.
Nice
I was worried G2 didn't have a follow-up for Jogamo's ult. He just ended up at Jenny with a judge. Very bizarre. Economy actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
No. There's no scrim that can prepare you for this.
Terlalu intens mas match-nya mas. Astagfirullah.
What an incredible pleasure.
Pada masih punya TO nggak? Udah habis semua guys. TO-nya udah habis.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that in Valorant these days.
It is.
Often ends up being more one-sided, but.
Nah, tapi kalau mereka overtime bisa time out lagi 1 kali tim masing-masing 1.
Here without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now, though. That drone will be clearing him. Breaks it, will commit to it. As soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PRX look like they're going for an A split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter's Fury to see if they can set this one up, but a Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage onto Jorg. And bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this. But a dart late in being delivered. Leaf, though, still getting active.
Gila, Leaf.
Getting into his approach, trying to bait out
Gila,
Leaf.
Leaf.
He can't be stopped. This is ridiculous
Udah
from him.
gila lu, Leaf.
One-man army himself. Big reveal, but coverage in sight. Forsaken. Eager to put the volleys, the Bullets straight back into that body here, but a reveal onto it. These shots are coming thick and fast. Pacman barely able to survive. 4 bullets left. He's going to try and find these shots individually, but it's all Jonah P.
Nice try, guys. Nice try.
Adjusting in time. G2, the ones up to 11, the ones leading by 1 round.
Bayangin semua match kayak begini, ntar day one match bracket lo udah begini, aduh. Jangan dah. Ini udah gue bilang itu match grand final lah harusnya aja.
Yeah, and this year, there's a decent argument that he's been the best player of 2025. He was competing early on in the year with players like Trent, competing late in the year with people like Forsaken, something. He's directly going toe-to-toe with 2 of his competitors right now for best player in the world. And he's the most impactful player on the server. And Leaf still has the op.
Tapi ini siapapun yang menang dan yang kalah, bad luck aja sih. Sama-sama bagus banget mainnya. Pasti bakal dominasi banget di lower bracket, guys. Baik PRX maupun G2 yang kalah. Siapapun yang kalah, bantai-bantai ini lower bracket, cuk.
Struggling.
But they keep doing them in the last few rounds.
Subvert the expectations, perhaps, but seeing how to gear up towards this one. Few sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing they're working with. Double up with the smokes as well. Denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf to reposition. Misses his shot. Rarity
untung aja Leaf nge-whiff anjing. Leaf kalah. PRX menang.
To be the case, and the sheriffs, wow! PaperX know how to make them work. 2 players down here for G2 and an open sight now and an open plan.
Batman kena anjing.
Damage being taken into the process. We're going to try and win this one with overwhelming firepower.
Terlalu open, Mas Jing.
Silence are being cut away. Spam into the floorboards. Trent.
Ternyata abang-abangannya nggak cuma Leaf, guys. Satu tim abang-abangan ini, mah.
Big flash though, and an even better swing. Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IGL. Straight shots and straight bullets. He's barely alive.
Nice banget,
He's still getting it done. 3 for him. And time has been bought for his team to survive into this one, to play it all together.
Nice banget, For.
Play by Forsaken.
Pentaki, let's go.
Put it all on his shoulders, and he will withstand it.
Nice, good shit, good shit.
He's got the whole of PaperX on his back right now. It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps up. It's just back and forth between Forsaken and Leaf for who's doing the most for their team. It's mad to watch, and look at what it's done to the economy. 1 thrifty round towards the end, and it could have flipped the whole series on its head.
On lopsided again.
Leaf, though, still with the tour de force.
He's been a danger player. Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up. Doesn't care, disrespect. Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. PaperX now looking like they want to speed up into this, perhaps. Thorns are being layered down to try and set this one up. Something is going to be that blade from the side. These are anchor players on G2.
Jonah has ult.
All triggered, flash forwards. Shots in the dark as well through that smoke. Jorgamo, he's gone down. Still these angles. Needs to be watched for. Jim will have to respect that one. And inside that smoke, it's straight bullets being fired forwards. Shorty! Double dash it. A double right click. Jonah P. is the one to put him down anyway. Plant going down now for Patman. Ships in the night. These players have rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance. And it solely rests on making sure that they can get rid of something.
Aduh, tipis. Wah, anjir, langsung ulti juga dia. Biar nggak kena ulti. Nice banget, anjir. Nice. Yuk, 1 poin lagi, PaperX yuk. Yuk, 1 poin lagi, PaperX yuk.
Momentumnya lagi dapet nih. Bisa nih, satu lagi nih.
Yuk, 1 match lagi yuk.
Wah.
One more match yuk.
I don't have enough superlatives in my vocabulary to handle this one. Yes, they've won the double pistol, but man coming back from an 8-4 down half. It's unreal. To run
intens banget, cowok.
Basically back, and now be up 12-11.
Apa ini opening playoff kayak begini, guys? Awas aja grand finalnya kagak kayak gini, anjing.
And Trent's overult that I think last time he misclicked.
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket. 1 round is going to make the difference.
Could be Leaf's 30th.
Respects it though. Sees that flash, will take the TP this time. Doesn't overstay it.
And now Devin can take away their guns.
Immediately clone as well, just pops up the wall. They want to move into this one as it's still got on their own.
You have to overall this.
So overall, it's going to be used though. That's an attempt to punish. Could be some connections coming through.
Wow.
There it is. Long range with the artillery. Trent trying to make the play towards it, but that's a res to instantly undo most of that damage. It's something. Inserted himself. Making a bit of a home, just trying to set up camp, and they are going to remove him out with that util. It's clean, but it goes on either side once more. It's all down to the finer details, and the gunplay is what matters most. G2.
Forsaken. Ulting, and now they're looking for him around spawn. They know, though, that the spike is going down over towards B. Valen checking B main.
Cancelled.
Full 3v3.
Gets the clearance onto this one. It comes down to it. The gunfight's taken. This PRX will want to square up towards it. They hear the footsteps, and they see the shots. Survive!
Let's go!
He's down that ledge. It's PRX who survive. PRX who keep going.
Gokil kamu Bang PRX.
Who denied G2 that
Ngeri pisan.
to the lowers.
Menyala, Uncle.
That is about the best match you could possibly get to open up playoffs here at Champs 2025. Two of the teams that you're looking at as favorites for the tournament.
Gila.
And they go within 2 rounds across all 3 maps. I think that was G2's to win there on Ascent.
Masih di upper guys ya.
Again and
Wah, ini
again,
G2.
despite the best efforts of people like
mengerikan sih.
Turun dong.
Itu ke lower ini.
Constant magic moments.
Anjay, mini. Wah, tapi ini G2 juga bagus banget guys mainnya guys, anjir. Ngeri banget, cok. Ngeri banget, cok. Ngeri banget ini.
I mean, a masterclass in Valorant here. We are treated with that matchup, and PRX move on.
It is going to be.
I mean, despite the best efforts of Leaf, this guy was dominant all day long.
He got 30 kills in regulation.
Lord, oh Lord.
But only 1 in the final round. And that was it. PRX swarmed onto the site.
Forsaken himself. He put the team on his back when they needed it most.
Wah guys, mohon maaf deh guys ya.
Calling, shooting, it didn't matter.
Agak bisa guys.
Stepping up.
And this is how they won into
Wah, nonton sampai match FNATIC DRX udah jam segini guys. I'm so sorry, okay?
Absolutely. It's time for the Frozen post-match interview with Forsaken himself. Let's find out from his own.
Harus udahan. Cek skor.
Forsaken had an amazing performance today. I have to interrupt you for a second. Jason, I have a few questions to ask you. First of all, congratulations. And it seemed like a double victory today. We saw you guys, waving, standing. We saw some banters. So can you share a little bit about the lore? What does it mean to you beating G2 today?
I mean, I think it means a lot because this is our first opening match in playoff. Everyone feel excited. And even though we lost the second one because we want to make them excited, towards the game. And
bacot kamu Jason.
About it, and hopefully we can continue keep winning,
Si paling we want to keep fans entertain. Pala bapak kau sih aku bikin entertain aja.
C'est notre premier match en playoff. On avait envie de donner du spectacle aussi.
Bacot banget Forsaken ini aja.
Second question, we saw a battling, jumping, clutching omen from you today on both Ascent and Corot. So I wanted to know, how do you do that magic always? Is it the movements? Is it the PRX DNA? How do you do it?
To be honest, I'm not really sure, but in the beginning, my mindset, I always trust my teammate, even though we don't like for it. I keep doing my things, which is to be confident, and somehow we just go with the flow, with my body and stuff, so yeah.
Trusting your instinct seems very important to you indeed. Deuxième question, on l'a vu sauter partout, au pistol sur Corod, mettre des clutches, etc. Comment il s'en sort? C'est l'ADN PRX. Et je suis pas sûre, j'ai pas vraiment de secret, mais dans cette team, on se trust sur chaque move individuel et je pense que ça se voit. Je suis, mon instinct et c'est la clé de la réussite.
Oke, teman-teman, aku pamit dulu ya. Sudah jam segini. Aku bobo dulu guys, mohon maaf gak bisa nonton FNATIC DRX. Nanti kita nonton lagi besok ya match keduanya ya.
Because I can see that they're progressing a lot. Even in Xtreem, they show us how to play certain of maps, and I really believe they're gonna win against FNATIC.
They have a good meta indeed with that.
Oke, thank you guys yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa untuk like, share, subscribe, dan juga membership. Sampai jumpa. Kita streaming besok. Gue pilih siapa? Berdasarkan pick-em gue. Gila, Forsaken 310. What the fuck? Live 30. What the fuck? Berdasarkan pick-em guys. Berdasarkan pick'em, gua memilih FNATIC. Oke. Berdasarkan pick'em, gua pilih FNATIC. Mari kita lihat. Oke. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good sleep. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay positive. Love you, live nation. Cheers guys, and bye-bye. Thank you guys. Sampai jumpa besok. Peace out. BM.